Try to relax your anus. Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders.
I'm literally laughing to myself right now, thinking about I'm listening to this stupid music from Rival Turf. They were so unfucking original. They literally just had a guy that looked like Arnold Schwarzenegger. He was the enemy, and they literally called him Arnold. They didn't even try. Just have a nerd come out with suspenders and an erection and call him Bill Gates. Damn, dude, people are playing. It's funny. I'm not affiliated. I don't make a fucking dime if anyone buys a copy of Elden Ring. I want to make that abundantly clear. If they ever sponsored me, I would, hell yeah, I would take it. From Software. I don't think it ever will happen, but I'm saying, but I'm not. I'm not like shilling for them in any way. I guess I indirectly am, but I don't make any fucking money off of it. Steven Seagal actually should change his name to Steven Seagal's fake hair. Steven Seagal's spray-on hair. That's what we need. Hey, Rich, have you seen the new DSP Iceberg video? Seems like Phil has a history of addiction, alcoholism, and frequently scamming his fans. We'll watch that another evening. I like to curate that stuff first because as a person who knows, okay, there are people out there who still believe that I had gastric bypass fucking surgery. I did not have gastric bypass surgery. I don't know, but there are people that are convinced because some random fucking weirdo on the internet said, hey, I know more than Rich does about his own life. He had it confirmed. Because somebody told somebody of a fucking doctor up in Albany who I'd never heard of in my life before. They're like, that's it. I'm gonna go look up on a website right now. Just find a doctor, be like, here, Neil, you went to a doctor to get a third ass cheek installed, and a third ass cheek implant, a 3T scrot like Tim and Eric. You have a third testicle. I can confirm it because Dr. Bill Adams, third testicle extraordinaire, implanted it. I looked it up on WebMD. Like, wow. But so you gotta be, my point being is you gotta be careful with that stuff because you don't know where it's coming from, and people could make stuff seem I know I've said this a billion times, but just let it sink in and just plant it like a seed in your brain just to know how terrible humanity can be. There was a troll for me that literally hired someone on Fiverr so she could read a script claiming that I sexually assaulted someone at a job that no one but males worked at. Do you understand? Do you understand? This mic sucks. Unless there's something wrong with the mixer right now. I assure you, this mic sounds usually buttery smooth. Ah, I know what's going on. It is too loud. It is clipping. So that is a thing that can happen. Wondering why I did that noise. I'm trying to... Butt cheeks! So, I'm going to look into that and probably make a... I got a bunch of interesting videos for tomorrow. Yeah, so that person, see? Someone just said my mic sucked, and they were actually right. I had the gain up too high, and it was clipping. Don't get ass hurt. If I didn't listen to them and just said, oh, they're just, why do they have to be so rude? I really don't think that. I don't give a shit. You could still think the mic sucks. I don't care. But I'm just making a point. It's a good example. Just listen to people. Why am I going on? I know why. I'm really, really stoned right now. It's probably why I was laughing to the south of the border music from Rival Turf. Can you say Ryan Stiles is a horse? Ryan Stiles is a horse. Ryan Stiles is a horse. Ryan Stiles is a horse. Ryan Stiles is a horse, but these are birds. I'm thinking about getting a Switch. Should I wait? I don't know. Nah, I wouldn't wait. Dude, you know what? It's like, oh, but there's a new system with so many new games. You buy these old systems, there's so many fucking games. You can't, and even if you game 10 hours a day, you would still have a problem getting through it, through the back catalog. Without question. So, if you think you're going to enjoy it, buy it. The Switch OLED has a nice screen. Honestly, though, if you want to say, well, if you're never going to use it in docked mode, get a Switch Lite with a Satisfy gaming grip. Seagal dyes his sack hair black and puts sunglasses. I could picture that. He probably dyes his ass hair black, too. He doesn't want to have any gray hair in his body. Steven Seagal stream was hilarious. It also convinced me to try Elden Ring and having a blast. And it's just, dude, like, I get fisted. Dude, I died and lost a bunch of runes today on stream trying to get a smithing stone. You know, but, you know, did that piss me off a little bit? But first off, you can make them up in other places. And secondly, yeah, it's... All right, the platforming could be a little bit better. But... But I ended up getting it, and, you know, I'll get the runes somewhere else. And it's a fun as hell game. And I played that a little bit on the Steam Deck, because the Steam Deck came in today, and I'm just like, I cannot believe I'm playing this fucking handheld and it looks like this right now, because Valve actually optimized it. They knew what they were doing. Think about that. Hey, we have a new system out. You want Elden Ring on the go? here you go. Sure, there's other, like, I know there's other RDNA 2 APUs coming out. Like, I know the GPD WinMax 2, I believe, maybe 3. Their newest GPD WinMax, the gaming version of it, is going to have the new RDNA 2 Ryzen APUs in there. But they're optimizing games like that is a big deal to have Steam Deck certified games that you could just take with you and where they work, and Valve's putting in the work for you just to make sure. That's what I said would win over with these portable PC gaming consoles. Valve's realizing it. Hey, Valve, you should have did this with the Steam machines. They're like, I'm not right about much. I have a Michael Pachter track record, okay? But I did say the best thing they could have did for the Steam machines was have like Steam machine verified games, where Valve optimizes them. Oh, look. Now there's scalpers and dumbasses like me buying it for $1,200 because it's a great idea. Valve back in 2015-ish, 2016, they were pushing Steam machines. They were gaming PCs that they were trying to introduce PC gaming to the living room. The problem with it is they had Steam machines from literally $400 to $5,000. And people were like, how is this replacing a console? I'm going to buy a PS4 for $399 or whatever, or an Xbox One for $399. I'm not buying, like, this is confusing. There's one that costs, what's the difference between, like, you go there as a soccer mom. I guess that's a not okay thing to say, but fuck off. But you know, the soccer moms go in there with their kids, and it's like, oh, so wait, they want to get one of those little consoles. I don't know why I talk like this when I do the soccer mom thing, but I want to get one of those little consoles. So wait, these are Steam machines. They go from $400 to $4,000. I'm just getting him a PlayStation or an Xbox. What the fuck is this? And that was the thing. And then SteamOS wasn't great. They were kind of indirectly touting in the beginning that because SteamOS was based on Linux, that games would actually get like maybe a performance boost. That never happened. So my point being is that it hit with a resounding thud. And now with the Steam Deck, they're doing that, saying these games, this is the best way for them to run. They're consoleizing the PC gaming experience to simplify it. And it's working. You know? Because it's nice to know that these games, like, because that's always the thing. Even with the Neo was great. It is. And they're sending me out the automated machined analog, the Hall sensor analog sticks. Because the other ones, they kind of said, look, Rich, we wanted to get the prototypes out so you could try it to do the review. Just keep in mind, we're getting machine-made Hall sensor analog sticks. So the issues that you may have later down the line are not reflective of the final product. So they're sending me those. I'll compare the two. You know, but the thing about having those is, you know, it's still integrated graphics. AMD's integrated graphics are amazing for integrated graphics, but it's integrated graphics and you don't know what issues you may come up with. Now, AMD has been much better than Intel, but it's not perfect. Whereas now with the Steam machine, Valve's saying we're stamping it. It's almost like the Nintendo seal of quality in a way. It's for different reasons, but it's saying we're telling you this game is going to be a functional, solid product. You could think the game sucks or not. That's different, but it's going to work on this machine. You know? So.
Try to relax your anus.
I just rambled quite a bit. That's definitely these kicking in. I played a bit of Elden Ring on my OXP. A 1X player. It runs okay, but every now and then water reflection would flash color on screen. Why does Intel... And that's what I'm saying. That's why I caved for the first time in my life Yeah, literally. I'm trying to make sure because I like being fully transparent. I caved to a scalper with it because the 1X players and the Ioneas, the ones that you really want anyway, are around the same price. They're like 1,000 plus. That's what the Steam Deck was going for, and I know it's going to run games better. The only one I would, if I could have gotten my hands on it, that I would have made me hesitate on doing it and getting from a scalper, ugh, hate saying that, but I did, is the GPD WinMax 2, because that's going to have an 8-core, 16-thread APU from AMD with RDNA 2 in there. So it actually may be more capable than the Steam Deck. We'll have to wait and see. Message removed by Carlos. I caught that. Actually, message removed by Sonichu. Oh, man. So, this is what I think Valve... We'll wait a couple more minutes. This is what I think Valve should have did with the Steam machines. Release one. I mean, they have a few models of the Steam Deck, but it's just storage that's the difference, and they have like a laminate on the screen with a 512 gigabyte one. Have a couple models, and that's it. Optimize the games, and it's working. You know? So, message removed by Cupcakes. EDP is removing messages. Carlos is crazy with the censorship. No, I did not hear about message smackdown by Will Smith, you mean. So it's exciting to see. I also tried the and I'm doing a video on that. So much news for fucking tomorrow. It's weird that there's a lot of news on a Saturday, but I'm going to try out the screen, the X screen, I believe it's called. And it connects right to the Series S. It's impressive. It has major flaws. Major flaws. A lot of people probably won't think they're deal breaking, but they're annoying to me. But it's for all the attachable screens on like the Xbox, and I even have one for PlayStation. I reviewed that one and didn't recommend it. This is the best one. And it's nice too. I think I talked about it this afternoon, but it's nice too because it's not a lot of these other screens like, oh, it's HDR10, 4K. No, I never had any that did 120. One said 120 was like it was experimental mode. Didn't look any different than 60 hertz. But all of those had their other quirks to them. They offered a whole bunch of features. None of them were really great. This doesn't even have a remote, but it turns on with the Xbox, so who really cares? And it's just straightforward. Nice, clean panel. No dirty screen effect. I mean, it's not the most amazing screen, but it's good. And I like it. And it's solid. It doesn't even have HDR, but it's like, honestly, the other screens that had HDR in them that attached to the Series S and X didn't really look HDR anyway, so who gives a shit, you know? Just a good, solid... And it's powered right from the Xbox. Don't need an extra power cord. So it's... But... Here's the thing that's annoying about it. It blocks off the Ethernet port. That I could live with. But it blocks off USB ports on the back. You only have access to the front one. Maybe they had to do it to cool the monitor. Maybe they had to do it because, like I said, it attaches right to the back. There's no wires. But that's annoying, though, because you may need USB port in the back. I guess they assume from a design standpoint that you would just use the front USB port. But I could see people... Well, no, maybe not this display because it only does 60 hertz. Maybe if you wanted to use the display competitively, so you'd want to have access to the Ethernet port for lower latency gaming. I personally don't care. I have good internet, so I don't deal with lag over Wi-Fi. Even my Wi-Fi gets decent speeds, but I could see that being an issue. I've played a bit of... So, thoughts on Elon maybe buying Twitter? I don't know. I just... The world is a joke, and it's run by a few people with a lot of money. Elon isn't buying Twitter. He is being a troll. But he sent a letter out for... I don't know. We'll see. Last week I got myself a Series S. What are some good games to play from the 360 era to now? I'm that far behind. Oh, Jesus. Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, Dying Light. I don't know how. I mean, now that I'm into the Souls games, I would say try out the Souls games. Fear, especially, you got a Series S though. Fuck, the original Fear, you have to have the disc. Shit, that sucks. Because that's a good one. Fear 2 and Fear 3, I'd recommend. You could actually buy those on the store. I did anyway, unless they changed that. There's so many, man. You're asking. That's like a 3-hour question. I can't even begin to think. Alan, thank you for the cup of coffee. Lord knows that I need it. Dead Space games. Oh shit. Yeah, those are fucking minus the third one, but it's not bad. I went back and played it again. I perped the whole sentence. Yeah, you go back that far. That's like, I don't even know. It's like kind of like when people ask me, "Oh, you like Radiohead? What's your favorite song?" I'm like, a lot. BioShock. Yeah, BioShock. Why am I moving this? Why am I moving the screen over here? All right, so we are over. I haven't tried Fear on there yet. I literally installed Elden Ring I wanted to make sure there was like no GPU. It did a firmware update, the Steam Deck. I installed Elden Ring. I wanted to make sure there were no GPU issues. Or, you know, any kind of, like, maybe the heatsink wasn't properly put on and the thermal paste wasn't making contact. I've had that happen with devices. Remember I made that video a while back? It was, like, in 2016. I actually had, it was Alienware Steam Machine. Remember those things? The Alienware Alpha? I opened it up. It looked like someone jizzed thermal paste all inside of it. So, now, let me say something about this. I have no take on this yet. I don't know. I've seen a little bit of it, but I've kind of not watched other videos. There was one other video I was about to watch and I stopped myself. So I don't know how much I'm going to disagree, how much I'm going to agree, but let's just take it from there.
Oh, there's some fuckers down there. Oh, it's one of those verminous scums. I hate them.
I was at this part. No, they climb up,
yeah,
bro.
There's some for you as well. Oh, there's not one for you as well. Wait, do they know how to
Yeah,
get
I could tell
here?
by the music.
Oh,
I could
shit,
tell
there's a ladder. Oh, shit, oh, fuck. Oh, God, they're coming up
Yeah, I remember I had that moment of realization. It was a sad moment.
here. No, get down. Ah, shit. Shit, I'm being...
Jesus, you're well underpowered there, man. You took a nice big slash at him. It did fuck all. Unless, no, it's a different energy bar. All I gotta say for people to know me is Columbia SC CTSV. I have no idea what that means. But I do want to try... Well, yeah, I gotta try the... I don't know how those analog pads would work with a game like Fear. Fear is so... Minus community patches is so out of date, too. I would have to fuck with it a lot.
being punished. I'm facing the
Yeah, this guy was a fuck, too, when I was at it. But I was probably more leveled up than him. Or her, I'm sorry.
consequences of my actions. I hate the consequences of my actions. They're the worst consequences. Oh, shit. Oh, fuck. Oh, bollocks.
That shield was good, though, that they have.
Oh, no. There was a ladder.
Yeah, I died. I died a billion times at that night.
Elden Ring has been released and with it has come a flurry of discourse. But the only real point in this discussion to be
When did Jim Sterling transition?
acknowledged is that I'm a better Elden Ring player than you. And I'm going to stake my entire identity on that. I might not be better at playing the game, but I'm better at enjoying the game than you, than all of you, really. 1v1 me. And
Jim Sterling transitioned a while ago.
As we discuss the themes, bruh. I think that's all that really needs to be acknowledged, but I get paid to make videos, so I can't just go, so I suppose we better talk about video games. Instead of playing them. You know, I'm not one for the just shut up and play fucking video games rhetoric. I do, in fact, find it quite tasteless and borderline offensive at times. I'm often told to just shut up and play.
Yes, I'm going to talk about it tomorrow. My editor was out of town today. He's back tomorrow.
Play video games when I dare to talk about industry abuse, or examine game industry trends through a mildly political lens, or when I talk about social issues on my social media. The just play games attitude prevalent in the online gaming community is intellectually lazy, philosophically cowardly, and typifies aggressively apathetic centrism that one finds embodied by the privileged entitlement of a class of nerds that has never had to think about a real problem in their lifetime. All that said, if hardcore From Software fans could just shut the fuck up and play video games, I think I'd enjoy that very, very much. Let me specify that. I'm talking about a particular...
I don't get it. And you would think I would have an exceptionally tough time because I just started getting it. This is literally the first Souls game I've truly gotten into. I mean, people will fuck with me and joke around in the chat and make me jump off a ledge and tell me, oh, there's something down there and there isn't. But I haven't seen that. Oh, fuck off and just get good. Like, even when they go by Jim Stephanie Sterling. That's what I see on Twitter, dude. That's their Twitter account. So that's precisely what they go by for accuracy. But I don't see what they see. Like, believe me, I've seen plenty of negativity in the gaming community. A lot. A ton. A metric fuck ton. I'm not seeing it here, though, and I would say if I've seen it here.
Particular type of supposed, alleged.
Yeah, this has nothing to do with their gender identity. It has to do with the take on Souls, which I'm kind of surprised because I've seen Jim Sterling kind of praise, I believe, with his review of, I'm trying to think of it, Bloodborne. I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. Oh, no, I sound like what's his name from G4 TV. It's weird.
Hardcore From Software fan. A new From Software game has been unleashed upon the world, and with it has come the same tiresome, dreary, circular discourse that occurs whenever FromSoft offers up its particular blend of challenge, depth, beautiful bleakness, and obfuscating lore. As per the usual, the endless debate over game difficulty and accessibility has reared its all too familiar head, and while I usually wade into the fray with embattled diligence to argue that easy modes are perfectly acceptable, optional, and not at all problematic in literally any video game, I'm not going to argue anymore, because it's not an argument these days, it's just a performance. The community is on autopilot with this endlessly repetitive debate. There's no...
All right. They're kind of losing me here because this game sold me on the fact that Souls games don't need an easy mode. Now, I may play a different game and have a different tune. I don't know. But I even went back and played some Demon Souls remake, and I'm like, oh, this is brutal. I love it. And I could see how the designers of the game say now, as a person who's playing a bunch of a Souls game, that the challenge is the DNA of the gameplay. And I used to not see it. You know? Yeah, well, you could grind. You could grind. And you don't even have to grind. Like, you could just explore and you could level. You could just go, okay, I'm going in a direction. I've literally done that. Like, all right, I killed a boss. I have no idea what the fuck to do. I just want to look at the screen. I don't feel like looking at a video. I don't feel like looking at a guide. Go in a direction. You end up killing 2 bosses, get some special items, get some fucking badass. What literally happened last night, remember that dragon that I was afraid to go past? Or not afraid, everyone's like, Rich, for the love of God, that dragon will fucking destroy you. But I was like, I'm going to go past the dragon anyway. That's exactly what I did. I ran past the dragon, and I ended up going up this hill where there were these women that were singing, and then you touch them, they freak out. It kind of reminded me of Resident Evil. And up that hill, there was a boss that I think I died at once or twice. Pretty brutal. And I got a badass weapon there that I just upgraded the shit out of, and it's super light and agile. So, I don't know. The argument is, to me, it's kind of a moot argument. You know, to say that a game needs to be made for everybody, it's just kind of silly. Because then that means that every game would just have to be like Wii Sports.
Hope of a resolution. Long ago, this whole discussion became nothing but an exercise in grandstanding. I've pointed out before that for all my show gets accused of repeating points, which it does, yes.
My show does too. It's kind of what they do and I do, yet you have to repeat points. People get pissed off I repeat them. I get it too, and I don't even get mad at the people because I understand. But we talk about current events in gaming, points are definitely going to be repeated because the same shit keeps happening. She's not actually complaining for any, excuse me. She's saying that the game having an optional easy mode that you could choose to wouldn't hurt the game. But the director of the game straight out came out and addressed that and said, yes, it would. And now heavily playing a Souls game, I used to be like, that doesn't make sense to me. That doesn't make any sense. Now playing one, okay, and I have to look, I ain't on Broken Games HD level. He's fucking played and beat every fucking Souls game out there. But I see why people say it shouldn't have an easy mode. Austin Evans' father passed away. Oh man, is that why he was posting a picture of his dad taking a picture of him when his house was on fire? I'm sucks to hear. That's sad, man. Yeah, there's so much to. So that's sad to hear. There's so much to do in Elden Ring. It's an amazing adventure that you can explore and take your time with. Explorers. Yeah, and that's the thing. You could just go. You could just go. All right, you can't beat the boss yet. Go fucking in a different direction, man. That's what happened when I couldn't beat Margaret in the beginning, even when I had the summons and shit like that. I just went off and did other shit. Not just grinded. Like, I just explored, and you could always go somewhere. Yeah, you may get your ass handed to you, but you could discover shit too, and that's what I did last night.
Actual gamer discourse is itself perpetually recycled garbage, the same tiny handful of debates repeating themselves over and over again. Stupid and insignificant controversies surrounding review scores.
I think if the game was less challenging and people are arguing that this is the easiest Souls game, which I could get, I haven't played the other ones enough to agree on a in-depth level with it, but I don't know. Anyway.
Whether or not a game is too woke for daring to have women and queers in it, the gatekeeping aversion to accessibility and protest of the mythical casualization of video games, and that's it, isn't it? Craig, are there any more things that the gamers care about? That pretty much is all that the full-time hardcores who've made their entire identity gaming give a shit about, right? I don't know, maybe not. I don't particularly care anymore. Maybe I left a few more regurgitated topics off the list, but it won't have been meant.
But no one's bringing that up about the wokeness of Elden Ring. It's not an issue at all. In the slightest. I'm confused with that. No, we're not watching the the Ackman's video on. Oh, maybe we'll watch that after. That's a very good point. Yeah, but then they would have to design the mode to have locked out the game to have locked out areas and keep that in mind designing the game. It still would affect the game. You get what I'm saying?
God, just fuck traditional gamer TM discourse. It's just so.
And the thing is that I'm not on the camp of games shouldn't have an easy mode. They definitely, if the game their game should have an easy mode, but There's different genres of games for different types of consumers. And there's a certain type of consumer that likes the challenge that comes with a Souls game. You take away, and if the game has to be inherently designed a certain way to have that challenge, you take that away. You're taking away a genre of game. So in a way, what Jim is saying here is he's gatekeeping a game that it's sold over 12 million copies. That's a big audience. He's going to disappoint a 12 million plus audience. That's a lot of money that was made. Oh, you listened to the 2 different parts he had of DSP. They're pretty funny.
Fucking puerile. And I've been doing this job for over 10 years and nothing's been resolved. Nothing has changed. Why did I respond to Jason Schreier's tweet? What?
Speaking of someone with memory.
Why did I do it? Why do I do these things to myself? That's all my replies have been for days. We could have all been just simping over this selfie, but instead everyone's talking about whether you need a notebook for Elden Ring. I shouldn't have done it. I do it to myself. Anyway, Elden Ring. It's a very good game. While we're on the topic, it's quite forgiving by Soulsborne standards, but given the series' penchant for punishing its players' mistakes, that's not saying too much. Regardless.
No, Margit is a perfect example of that. Yeah, and the get woke go broke bros are even worse than the politically correct side of things. That's always the thing I find funny. Beat the hell out of try to relax your anus. Let's see how it's. I haven't ever done this. It just sounds like a weird effect.
There's been another shitstorm of debate over how accessible it should be, whether easy modes are the devil, and the merits of obtuse, willfully uninformative game design, and just... God, I'm tired of it. That's what I thought as my Twitter replies were inundated. I actually don't want to hear it anymore. The fan base is indeed fucking exhausting. The get good attitude that has festered among hardcore Souls fans for years is truly contemptuous at this stage. Get good once started as a joke, but has since been taken far too seriously by people who stake far too much of their self-esteem on whether or not they can fight a pretend dragon without any friends.
Yeah, that's the entire game. There's that portion in the not the entire gaming community, the way to put the proper words out there. There's a portion of toxic fucking gamers. I hate the word gamers. It always will. Always makes me cringe a little bit to say it literally. In every community, though. At least from what I've seen, and you would think people would have less patience with me because I haven't been into the Souls games. Like I said before, has been a more positive community, and we're almost 50% through the video, so I'm going to say my takes, has a more positive community than I've seen in a very long time. And I've even bitched about the game, too. I do still think the targeting system is flawed. When there's 50 enemies on the screen, no matter what options you set in the menu for the soft, if you could, you could change if it's like a softer targeting, you could turn off targeting, it's meh. And people, they may disagree with me, but no one's been like, Rich, you're a fucking... Well, people are always telling me I'm a piece of shit, but that's different.
It's worth...
But Jim Sterling knows plenty. That's not true. They know their shit.
Noting that nobody's actually impressed if you're brilliant at video games. None of us actually care. In fact, the more you brag about it as if it's worth a damn, the more we think you're fucking pathetic. Okay, that's harsh. It's okay to feel accomplished at making your way through a particular...
I mean, the only time I got ripped apart is when I didn't see the smithing stones today, and I think that... Well, there was another time, too, but that was justifiable. I was literally, like, dry humping one, and people like, Rich, the smithing stone is where? Right there! Where I don't see it, my penis, the tip of my penis is touching it, but I don't see it. Yeah, Jim Sterling, they know their shit. I'm not questioning. And I'm sure that Jim Sterling is better at Souls games than me by quite a bit.
Particularly challenging video game, but once you start talking about it as if it makes you better than other people, if you start sneering at those who needed help and bemoaning video games being made more welcoming to newcomers or those with disabilities, you can just go ahead and...
Alright, so I 50% agree with what they said there and 50% don't. 50%, yeah, if you're shitting at other people because they aren't as good at a game as you are, you're a douchebag. What the fuck is wrong with you? But if a well-known and well-liked series that sells well is designed and the core of its game design is around the challenge of the game, which would, if that was taken out of it and they would have to redesign the game and make it a different way to make it easier, that's not good. That's not good business. It's like if there was a popular submarine sandwich place, not the Jared Fogle shit. And they sold a really good sandwich, but they stopped selling that sandwich because they want to have a bigger audience, and everyone's like, yeah, but you're making a killing and selling out this sandwich every day, and you stop selling it because you want to have room for more accessible sandwiches that might be liked by a broader audience, the shop will go out of business.
Fuck yourself. Literally fuck yourself, because Lord knows I don't think you should inflict your pointless little genitals on anybody else. There's no debate to be had here. No argument.
So, yeah, the toxic community is shit. I agree with that. That's not... like, I'm not looking to pick for things here. That's 100%.
I could actually provide a litany of reasons why accessibility in a video game is good. I could point you to Laura Kate Dale's Accessibility series. In fact, actually go look at that series, it's very good. But to make the arguments here on this show, I feel like I'd be wasting my goddamn...
Different games, but same subject? That's actually a good idea. Maybe we'll watch that too. Steph's talking about the people you find on Reddit. Well, here's something I've noticed about Reddit. Here is my well-versed journalistic take on Reddit. Fuck Reddit. Fuck Reddit. Reddit is where you go. And look, I apologize if there's... I do use Reddit from time to time, too, to look up stuff. So I guess I'm part of the Reddit community, too. Reddit is full of a bunch of toxic fucking douchebags from every community, even outside of gaming. It's just where you find the worst... Like, it's like 4chan levels of shittery. You know what I'm saying? So, you know... That's like trying to get a nice cold glass of refreshing water and having someone pee in your mouth and then saying it tastes like piss. What the fuck is that analogy? So, Reddit may not be the place you want to go, but yes, if they are getting their take from Reddit, you know, it's like going into a hornet's. You're going to get stung.
Time, because they just need to be said again the next time
Yeah, Twitter, you know what's funny is just, I just shitpost on Twitter and I see people I just ignore it. And there is this guy, his name is Mitch. Mitch, I'm going to give you your 30 seconds of fame. He's a nice kid, Mitch. And he tries really hard to troll. Like, if it's a sunny day out and I'm literally taking a picture of the sky and maybe you see a corner of a cloud in the picture and you'd be like, Rich, you're a fat fuck. There's a cloud in the sky. So it's not sunny. It's partly sunny. Thank you, Mitch. Your incessant trolling makes the world a better place. The birds and I salute you. But yeah, you know, most of it on Twitter is just like, I ignore it. And I think the thing is, because I ignore it, I don't get as much of it. There's a someone said something stupid the other day, and I just ignore it. Active Reddit user here as well. You aren't wrong. It's a massive circle jerk who can guzzle other shit and come quickly and break. Yeah, dude, it's every group. I posted one video about PlayStation 5, talking about PlayStation 5 in the PlayStation Reddit thread, and they're like, oh, this is spam. What? It's one video that pertains to PlayStation and the PlayStation. I'm like, all right, it's all right. I went into Reddit again, and I'm going back out, and I ain't looking back. Well, this time again. It just was so baffling. I could see if I was like, hey guys,
a hard game is released and gamers TM glom onto it to swing their
why are they showing sausages just being shit out?
Dicks around. Let me just say,
oh, dicks, okay.
This, plain as day. The more accessibility options a video game has, the better. And that's just that.
That's fine. That's different, though, than taking the gameplay element as the challenge. Make it so it's more accessible. That's okay. If you want to make Elden Ring more accessible for colorblind or whatever, 150% on board with that.
That's just the way it is. This isn't a subjective opinion. There is no debate here. It's a stone cold, goddamn, fucking fact.
I don't see anybody complaining about that, though. I don't see people complaining about it needs accessibility options. That wouldn't negate the challenge. I don't think, anyway.
Literally.
Yeah, difficulty is not accessibility.
Every game is better when it has more accessibility options, and the more
I agree.
Accessibility options literally every game has, the better. Like, it's
but not if the game is designed around the challenge. If they want to have the other accessibility modes, Jim, 210% on board with you, and I'll go up with percentages. 300%. I'm with you. I'm serious. You know, someone brought up, I believe, Super Mario. No one was, I mean, granted, it was the 80s, but all right, that's a terrible analogy. I'm going to shut up. But yeah, if they want to put that, I would argue, yeah, they like other games have, like, for hearing impaired. I don't see that in Elden Ring. Maybe I missed it. That's fine. But if the game is going to change the entire dynamic of the game, that's not accessibility. That's hurting the game design. All right, Elden Ring is not for everybody. The Souls series until Elden Ring, until it finally got the Souls series finally got its clutches on me, which I kind of knew it was eventually going to do, wasn't for me either. But those people could have other games out there, you know?
Never made sense to me that anybody would have a problem with more people enjoying a good game. First of all, more people having a nice time is never bad. Why would you not want other people?
12 million people bought the game, Jim. 12 million. Jim, Stephanie Sterling. 12 million. There are accessible games. Those are like almost Nintendo numbers, Jim. There's a lot of people who like the challenge. Why are you not mentioning that 12 million people bought? Maybe he does mention it. Maybe they do mention it in the next 5 minutes.
To have a nice time unless you're a misanthropic shitfucker. Second of all, if you love these games as much as you claim, surely you want more people to enjoy it. The more successful the game is, the more it reaches people, the more money it'll make, the more...
Jim? $12 million people bought this. They want this challenge. This is the consumer for it. It's like telling a sushi restaurant that just sells sushi. There's some places that do this. That they should sell steak and burgers too. But our specialty or make it so that everything is sold here. So that's not what people go there for. They go there for sushi. They don't go there for a cheeseburger. The irony is that they're literally making the same argument as that someone I know that they don't like, Quantum TV. The irony in that, I think irony is the right word. If I'm saying the wrong word, I apologize. Is just, I wish I had the Eric Warheim. Okay.
Content will be made available.
Oh, yeah, he's a bigoted piece of shit.
The more game you will have to enjoy. Plus, the more successful a game is, the more people that it reaches, the happier the developers will be. And do they not deserve to be happy after making
12 million copies as if this game is sold? They're making it. I am sorry. You guys know I am not transphobic, but when I've known someone for years, same with Chris Chan, it takes a while. I know it's day. I'm just making that abundantly clear. It sold 12 million copies. 12 fucking million. They're making it like it sold 300,000 copies because it doesn't have enough accessibility options. It does need them. I agree. Things for hearing, things for maybe visual aids because people have visual. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking to the bird like it's actually alive. You get my point, though. You get my point. But, Jeff, still, the other Souls games have been wildly successful. Right? Like Dark Souls 3, I think, sold 10 million copies.
you happy? The only people who would, in fact...
So, there's plenty... The dicks, the toxic assholes, fuck them. Yeah, it's not like... Yeah, Jeff, that's what I'm saying. It's not like the Soul series was like a small niche. Oh, it's an indie developer that they sell a 10, 20... They sell millions of copies of these games. It's just this... It's gonna hurt my ass cheeks, Jeff, in many ways, because I do agree with them. But the problem is they're lumping in something else that isn't part of the problem.
Have a problem with that are pricks. Gatekeeping, elitist, sad little pricks. And this is why I decided to make
and they're out there. I agree with them. But I assure you, the majority of the Elden Ring or Souls community is saying and goes, no, put those accessibility, minus the challenge. I agree with them now too. Put those accessibility options in. We want more of these games sold because we want more of these games to be made. I had an erection trying out Elden Ring on my Steam Deck. You know, it's kind of like the equivalent. Maybe this is a bad analogy, but I think it's pretty good, at least in my brain right now. It's like saying, let's make a flight simulator game less complicated because to make it more accessible. But then there's people who love that simulation experience. The game has been wildly successful. So if you take out those features to make the game more accessible or have to change the way the game is designed to make it more accessible, it's like, but I like the flight sim experience. Maybe it does have those modes. I don't know. The game isn't for me. But does that mean that the game shouldn't be made because it's not for me? Because I've never played a flight sim? Hell no. There's a lot of people who love it. Yeah, it's called Ace Combat, exactly.
Substantive arguments in favor of accessibility today because the people who need to hear it explicitly don't want to. They don't care. They're selfish.
But like I said, they do have a point. I would love if someone out there, if there was who have sight issues. I remember there was he used to have a YouTube channel, nice guy, half blind gamer. You know, he could see, obviously, you need to have some sort of vision. But if there was some kind of accessibility mode where it would help his vision in Elden Ring, that absolutely I wanted in there. 110%. But I don't want, if the game would be, like, that's like someone saying to me, Rich, we got to change the way a new Castlevania, like, or we have to change, they're going to remake Castlevania, the original one. That game is fucking brutal. It's 8-bit Souls brutal. You want 8-bit Souls? Go play the original Castlevania. If they made a remake of that to take away that challenge, that would suck. You know, I mean, look, then there's arguments that are, look, there's game, but that's still a different, a 2D action platformer is different than what they're doing in Elden Ring. But Capcom did do it with the Ghosts and Goblins game, where they have a ton of different difficulty modes. However, still, I'm not a game designer. That's a totally different, that's a 2D game compared to a huge AAA 3D action RPG. I've played some of it and I do like it. I wanted to get back to it. That came out when I was really heavy into doing the Wii U video. I saw there was a super chat above. And then the next thing I know, I'm playing Elden Ring, and here I am. Yeah, you know what's funny is that a lot of people, they're a outspoken prick like me, which I'm sure doesn't help their sub count. But I'm sure it was also that because there's a lot of assholes, and Jim Sterling transitioned, and people were like, yeah, no, which they could if that was the reason they unsubbed, they could fuck off. So we watched that, Gregory. But Jim Sterling's videos still do very well. And he roasted the shit out of Quantum TV. Funny how Quantum TV isn't coming out, and I'm just gonna, use some of my footage, even though it's fair use. So I guess it's interesting how he goes after smaller channels. He did make a bunch of videos. He literally said I was a pedophile, though, so he did do that. Fucking, oh, that guy, man. Yeah, Lion King I heard was hard as fuck on the Genesis. Vampire Survivors. That sounds like a TV show. What is it for? Jim Sterling's favorite franchise is Dynasty Warriors? Ugh. Really? Vampire Survivors is amazing. Jesus Christ, now I'm going to have to go out and buy another fucking game. Turbo Express wants me to deep throat the mic. That is the most random thing. Yo, it'll be an ASMR video. Like, you had like those girls on Twitch like dry humping the microphone, like, oh, it's giving my audience tingles. I'm sure the fuck it is. We're going with a bird because I don't want to do the applausing and I don't want to piss off Nabil. Oh, I'm sure your audience is getting tingles. Not get the fuck out of here. Dynasty Warriors is, but here's the thing. Who the fuck am I? I mean, obviously people like Dynasty Warriors. They've been making fucking, I feel like they make one of those games every 5 minutes for like years. Oh, Billy. Oh.
I fell down a fucking hole.
I can't, I'm going to have to call bullshit on that. I can't picture them liking that game. I can't.
They only view these games through the single lens of how they want to play it, how they engage with the medium, and what they believe is the one true way to experience video games.
You're lumping in the gameplay design with accessibility. You could have the game still be designed the same way, but they could have made it more accessible to people who have needs. That's why I used to bitch and complain like an elitist little prick when they have the hello and welcome to the game where it talks in that voice for you, but I'm like, Yeah, it's annoying to me because I'm not hard of hearing, so why am I holier than thou, though? But to the people who, they want to start it off with the audio, because there may be people who need the audio cues because they may be hard of hearing. Or they may have some sight issues where they could see and still play, but they need to hear things on the screen. You know? I'm not deep-throating a mic. This is a family-friendly show. I only make out with birds. Go fuck yourself. I was going to say, there is no way that Jim Sterling... I've watched them for a very long time, and there is no way that they would still be praising a Dynasty Warriors game. Gape the mic and stream Vampire War. It's $3. Is it really? Saggy Melons is there? Catzilla. He only deep throats birds. That is true. I did put the bird's head in my mouth. But that's not sexual. That's just me showing dominance so the bird knows that what their place is.
Anything that dares to challenge or confront that is met with hostility. Because on the whole, a lot of these people only know or care about video games. They don't have other interests.
This is so weird. Someone who I know is on the total other end of the political spectrum. He's literally saying the same things that Quantum TV... I mean, Jeffrey, you've seen both sides. Am I wrong? You know I don't have a slant in this. He's literally saying the same things that Quantum TV is saying, just from... Oh, God. What a weird world we live in. So you're saying that people... Because I know the accessibility, no one cares. I've never seen someone say, I don't want more accessibility. Maybe on Reddit. Because everyone fucking cries about everything on Reddit. But accessibility is not challenge. Accessibility is not challenge. You could still have a hard as fuck game and make it accessible. And I do agree with Jim Stephanie Sterling that there should be more accessibility options. It's so weird. I agree and don't agree, and it's weird that they're making the same points as a person that I know that they would despise. I don't know if Jim Sterling knows who Quantum TV is, but I assure you, the way they think, Jim Sterling would hate him.
Try to relax your anus.
I'll go with that.
If there's one thing Gamergate taught us...
I forgot they mentioned this. I need to, do a documentary on Gamergate, because there's some more things I need to know about it. Because I feel like I was a useful idiot during the Gamergate thing. Because I want to look into everything with that. Really find out what happened with Zoe Quinn from No Slants. Really find out what happened with Anita Sarkeesian. Because I always remember, yeah, I disagree with a lot of her takes. But then she got a... I've talked about this in the stream before. But since it's tying into this, I'm talking about it again. She got a legitimate, credible threat. The FBI said that there was someone looking to do something terrible to Anita Sarkeesian. And I called it out. I'll get to your super chat. I'm sorry. And I remember people got pissed off. Oh, what do you care if something happens to her? I'm like, because it's just fucking video games. It's not that serious. I literally had 1,000 people that day unsubscribed. Yeah, it was close to that. Because I said that someone shouldn't be killed over their bad takes in video games. Fuck me, right? You know what I mean? Seriously? Would you be mad if I donated 50? What the hell would you donate 50K for? For what? For me sucking on I'm not going to ruin my career by blowing a microphone for you. But yeah, people got pissed off at that. I'm like, because you don't like her takes on video games. You want to see her physically harmed. That's insane. Like, once it goes beyond, like, making a video or talking about the gaming topic, that was it with Anita Sarkeesian. Did it anger me that she kind of... Remember there was a time she was... Like, I actually got pissed off, which was over the top, too, and I don't know. That would have never pissed me off that way now, probably because I'm just older and more tired. Where she was, like, trying to make it like Zelda was the damsel in distress in Breath of the Wild, and she was pissed off at that. I'm like, you realize you actually got to play as her, right? And she... I don't know that much about the lore, but I do know enough to know that Zelda is not the damsel in distress. But my point being is that, again, it was just about games. Why would I wish any harm on Anita Sarkeesian herself? That is insane if you do. You are out of your mind if you want to see someone harmed because you don't like their takes in video games. You know, like, that's just weird. Enjoy watching your Elden Ring. I don't know if it's a playthrough. Because I direct anyone that says the game is too hard to the video of you and your editor. P.S. Maybe happy to finally see you to hand that. Dude. It's so... I haven't been this excited for a game. I know you just got me totally off track here. Plus this, plus lozenges. But I haven't been this excited for a game in years. But that's where James Stephanie fucking Sterling is right. It should have more accessibility options. But accessibility is not an easy mode. Because then you're going into the territory of changing the fundamentals of the game design. So, more than likely. I've never sat down and designed a game, so that is an armchair thing, but I still think from playing a very good chunk or a good amount of Elden Ring, I could see how because I could still go back to the first area in Limgrave with how buffed up I am right now and get my ass kicked if I'm not paying attention. I like how the game always keeps you on your toes, and that's part of what keeps you engaged. I like that you never feel completely safe in an Elden Ring game. I haven't felt that shit since, like... Yeah, we'll go with that. I haven't felt that shit since Castlevania 3. I like that feeling of you may go up a mountain and get a special. You may get some fucking... You may find a site of grace, and there may be a chest in there with some badass weapon. Or you could get ass raped by a bear. Or both. I will play Castlevania 3. You know what's funny? I always bring this up, too. The nerd actually thought Castlevania 3 was tougher than Castlevania 1. Castlevania 1, until 2019, I've never beat. I know if ABO Hiccups is here, he's probably going to tell me, Rich, you technically did beat it on an emulator. ABO, I didn't use any save states. I didn't do any of that. I played it just like if you played it on the NES collection on a Switch. No save states. If anything, you could argue it was slightly tougher because when you played it on the CRT TV back in the day, there was no latency. But he beat Castlevania 1 and couldn't beat Castlevania 3. Until 2019, I only beat Castlevania 1 on the NES. I beat more Castlevanias, but on the NES. And I couldn't beat Castlevania 1.
With all its gatekeeping, elitism and hatred of minorities, it's that people with no form of enrichment outside of video games can be right dickheads. Those who have pinned their entire sense of self on a single geeky medium naturally don't want a diverse range of people to get into video games, because then it will reflect how much of an individual they aren't.
Again, they're lumping in stuff. Like, it's just the weirdness of that Jim Stephanie Sterling is basically saying the same thing that Quantum TV is saying. And think about how weird that really is. I can't stress that enough. I know this is like the 4th time I said that, but that's just blowing my mind right now.
When loving video games became mainstream, a lot of people who love only video games didn't feel special anymore. So to the supposed From Software...
Yeah, but those are the Reddit losers. There's those camps, and I've seen them with every... What was... Dude, there's Battlefield 2042 toxic assholes who were calling me a casual fat piece of shit because I don't understand the game. Yes, I don't understand games that are incompleted pieces of garbage. I'm sorry.
Fans, the really hardcore ones who get way too invested in this shit, please stop. You'll be on the point crossed by the Undertale fan community at this point, which I say, as a huge Undertale fan, you're...
Enjoy the video of your editor. P.S. Made me happy to finally see you two hand that. Yet, there's a lot of other... I may put up a boss fight that I recorded.
Endlessly antagonistic and frankly miserable attitudes whenever a new game comes out just puts people the fuck off. Which I guess is indeed what you want. You clearly want to limit the number of people who can enjoy these games. But speaking as someone who really enjoys From Software's output, it's just fucking draining at this point. And you know, for all of your self-aggrandizing, for all of your representing yourself as a true Soulsborne fan, you're not actually representative of the proper Soulsborne fan base. You may visibly represent...
Well, that's true.
...represent it through the sheer volume of your caterwauling, but you're not representative of...
Yeah, it's the village idiots. It's the ones that are the loudest. But then you could argue that Jim making this video is giving them a gigantic platform.
What the series is designed for, who the series is designed for. Because for as much as it challenges and punishes a player, it's a series of jolly cooperation, of experiencing hardship together, and despite the ability to invade the worlds and...
Alright, valid point, but they're still saying... I'd like to see what... I'm sure there were people saying really shitty things to Jim. But I want to see what the criticisms were. And he's saying that these people are, he's basically calling them all rejects as well.
Ruin the lives of other players in the face of its overwhelming challenge.
Jim Sterling didn't tell them to go kill themselves, so okay, he is a step above here. You got... So I missed the super chat from Susha. I did. I almost forgot it. People that are crying about needing an easy mode and using the word accessible hurts people who need true accessibility. And I agree that there should be more accessibility modes in there. And that's why I said I stopped. Why does it have the audio text-to-speech like I was saying before, not going into the whole thing again? Because that should be there for everybody. So everyone who may have certain kind of disabilities have the opportunity to play. Game design does not equal accessibility.
The Soulsborne series is ultimately about not being a fucking dick to other people. Let me explain that point. Many years ago, when Demon's Souls was released, I made this argument that it is one of the best multiplayer experiences. And I wasn't actually talking about any of the cooperative or invasive elements of the game.
Still have yet to deal with any of that. Interested to.
I was actually talking about the little phantoms you see of other players existing in the world in the same areas as you. If you are unfamiliar, Elden Ring does this as well. You see very temporary glimmers of other players in the same area as you, performing actions in real time. Just the character models rolling, fighting, exploring, whatever. And I absolutely loved that as a concept, because to me, it sent the message that even if you're on your own, you and a whole bunch of other players are suffering together. And that to me was a very crucial point of that experience. You might be facing all of these hardships, you might be facing them on your own, but so is everybody else. Shared suffering, it's better than suffering on your own. I certainly...
Well, that's true. when you want to make games that are made for everyone, you get like that when I reviewed that ESPN Sports Wii U game. That's what you get.
You know that when I'm going through a rough, traumatic, upsetting time, I find myself wishing everybody else was. So yeah, that's what the Soulsborne series has always meant to me. Shared suffering, shared pain. And I think a lot of the people who truly love that series sort of embrace. We see this in the messages that are left on the floor for other players, warning them of impending doom. We see this with the amount of players that actually post up for cooperative play, which is one of my favourite things to do. You know, I'm very much a dedicated Sunbro. I'm all about the co-op. And that's what I mean when I say that I'm better at video games than you, than all of
Kong Vang, thank you very much.
you.
That's actually a new animation. I haven't seen that one yet. Maybe it's been there.
I am just the best one because I understand video games and you don't. Prick. Thank God for me.
You know what, though? They're smart, too. Because what if I said, Rich, you haven't... Well, now I'm starting to slowly gain some subs again. We'll see how long that lasts. Rich, you haven't gained subs. You haven't gained subs for a year. Well, yeah, I have. There's been videos that I've literally seen. They're like per video. Sometimes I gain hundreds of new subs per video, but I'm also losing hundreds because I have varying takes and because I'm not just sticking to one side. I piss people off. Jim Sterling, I think they were close to 1 billion before I was. Now they've lost, like, but they're still getting the views. It's all that fucking matters. When I first started watching Jim was a man, so I can't watch them anymore. I guarantee you that the people that unsub for that reason, a lot of them are still watching, just to admit to it. They slept better by clicking the unsub button than every fucking thing Jim uploads. I guarantee you that like 60% of them are still watching. Because that's the thing. Like, you piss... Sure, I would probably... Because I would keep an audience instead of an audience being transient, meaning new people come in, other people go out because I piss them off. But it's also what's kept Jim relevant for a very long time. It's also what kept me fairly relevant for a very long time, because pandering makes you one-dimensional, and once you stop having that take, or once that wave of whatever it comes and goes, it's it. You were only known as that grift. You were only part of that grift. So, but you may make millions being part of the grift. So maybe it's like, hey, I'll just lie to people and make a bunch of money, which hey, good for you.
Hello, boners. James Stephanie.
Oh yeah, I mean, look, people, and I know, look, people say it to me, Rich, you're a prick, and I can't stand it. You piss me off. And, all right, that's fine. But I'm sure a lot of it had to do too that they transitioned. But I'm sure also it had to do with the fact that he makes me seem polite about my opinions a lot of times. Jim makes me seem polite. I'm sure that has a lot to do with it too.
Hey Sterling here, just sending you a friendly reminder that we sell shit on the internet. If you go to thegimporium.com, we actually have our ridiculously popular The Gays Can Do Whatever They Want shirt back in stock, plus an option for pre-sale when it inevitably sells out again because it goes really quickly. We've also got a range of anti-capitalist pins via Conrad Zimmerman's Pinful Truth range, and some Laura Kate Dale merchandise as well. All of this fun tat available at thegimporium.com. Buy it. Just buy it. Please.
So at the end of the day, whether you like Jim, whether you don't, whether it bothers you they transition, that's why you unsub, doesn't matter. They're still getting the viewership. You know, so now let's watch that Elden. Let's see the other side of it. Let's go to no, I'm not talking about. Let's see. Let's talk. It's Dark Souls. The Act Man. I got shit on my key. Why an easy mode would ruin. Yes, here we go. This man is This man has a chiseled chin, so I'm going to listen to everything he says.
Be more accessible. Dark Souls needs an easy mode.
God, it's almost like, what did he make this? He made it before, but it's almost like he's answering to Jim's video already.
No, it doesn't. Get good.
Enemy fighters coming at you, Fox! Here they come! These guys just keep coming! Man, there's just no end to these guys! Surprise attack!
Nah, man, it's like saying they should remove hard master mode for games like Zelda. This is your big man. Why does it matter if it's optional?
Coming from above! Watch out, Fox! They're everywhere! Hold them! They're
God, it's like I popped my Souls cherry and now I just want to play all the other fucking games too.
trying to get through! Move it, Fox! He's right behind you! Fire! Fire! Don't let him through! Never give up! Trust.
I've learned to love... I'm going to keep stopping this, I'm sorry. I've learned to love the panic. Like when like that fucking dragon, man, I thought a turd was going to go in my underwear. Maybe that's the Castlevania in me. I remember, like, man, when you're a kid, too, Super Castlevania 4, when you have that ominous music that comes on and you're walking down the hallway and the candles light up as you walk past them, and then the music starts to build. I haven't felt... This is the first time I've felt similar shit, and that was 91.
Trust your instincts!
Now, see, yeah. It does have... It makes me want to go back and play that, which is kind of... As I'm playing a Souls game, I want to try the easy mode in Metroid Dread.
Don't ever give up, my son.
It's a conversation that tends to pop up anytime From Software is about to release a new title, but it's not exclusive to them.
God, and I was one of those douches, too. I was literally one of the... See, Rich... Oh, this is why Rich Tomorrow is never going to die. I was that guy. I at least in my defense, slightly, but it's not really, because I still kind of was saying in easy mode, was I said the slightly less fisted note. No, I want to be fisted. I just want... Absolutely. I can't see what key I'm hitting, Bird. What the fuck? I want to be fisted. Fisted. Fisted.
Try to relax your anus.
Fisted.
Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders.
That music's like Guile's theme. It just fits with everything. I don't know. I don't want to think about that stuff. Yeah, I mean, look, I get what they're saying. I don't think Jim Sterling is totally against they're in the same camp of capitalism mindset that I am.
There seems to be a group that...
I'm all for capitalism, but I'm all for there not being a paywall so people could get healthcare.
It's getting louder and louder, asking for accessibility and difficulty options. Stuff that allows people of all skill levels to play and enjoy any game. Now, this series of tweets by Timur Hussein is what sparked my desire to touch on this
Timur Hussein has a very thick and voluptuous beard.
Subject. Touch on it with my Moonlight Greatsword if you get my drift.
But hold on, I can't do this video proper justice without putting up my Dark Souls disc plates, the sponsor of today's video. And look, they even got one of me.
Yeah, holy armpit hair. That is... Whoa! That is an impressive amount of armpit hair. He is flexing Gordon Freeman's nephew. You could get lost in that forest. Jesus Christ. In my opinion, Demon's Souls on PS3 introduced very unique and ahead of its time multiplayer and connectivity. Yes, it did. Absolutely. Jim Sterling was just saying that too. They were just saying the same thing. That was like what the Souls series in a way kind of did what for action RPGs and for gaming in general. It wasn't as profound of a slap across the face impact, but similar that like Super Mario Brothers did in the 80s. I like this guy. Did I sub to his channel? I finally did. I like him a lot, but that is an impressive amount of armpit hair.
Your shoulders.
I would care if it would affect the gameplay, and the game developer said that it would. I have to trust their word. They design the games from the ground up. And think about it this way. This is what makes me think that they're being truthful. Why would you not want to put a mode in the game if you could do it without hurting the gameplay that would make more people want to play it and buy it? Wouldn't that incentivize you to put an easy mode in? You get what I'm saying? So I don't think they can, because it would be in their best financial interest to do it. But because they want to make sure that they have that huge 12+ million base of people that play their games, other Dark Souls games have sold millions upon millions of copies too, they're going to choose to cater and build that audience.
I sense your lack of humanity, chosen undead. It stems from not having enough display posters on your wall. Take a look at these bad boys. You think anyone doubts I'm an epic gamer when I got
I just want to buy that because of his armpit hair.
these on my wall? Forget about it. These high-quality metal-made posters come in 3 different sizes, and with over 1.4
I like this guy. I'm not shitting on him. I just thought that was impressive.
million designs available on the website. Mounting them on your wall? Easier than fighting the asylum demon. You simply peel this sticker, place it where you want, hold for 5 seconds, do the same with the magnet, and then presto, humanity restored. For every displate sold, they plant 1 tree, and you're also supporting the channel. What's not to love? There's a little something for every.
Chad looking, he kind of does look like Screech. He kind of does look like the didn't he just pass away recently? It's kind of sad, but he does look like him.
One with displates. So order some. By using the link in the description and pinned comment, you'll get 27% off 1 to 2 displates and 37% off 3 or more. Thank you, Displate, for sponsoring this video.
And now for something completely different.
I hate when From Software's games are cited in arguments against making games accessible or even easier. The first problem you should see here is the bogus framing. Nobody uses From Software games to try and prove why Doom Eternal should only have 1 difficulty setting. You have it backwards. People point to From Software's games.
And again, it'll be interesting to see if he says it. Accessibility is not difficulty. They're 2 totally different things.
And say this is why From Software's games should have 1 difficulty. Unless you are physically or mentally incapable of playing video games at all, let's not toss around this bullshit idea that difficult and inaccessible are 2 words that mean the same thing.
I knew I liked this man as soon as I saw his armpit hair. Let's continue.
For your consideration, I will now put the relevant synonyms up on screen. What part of being moved by the ambience of Firelink Shrine depends on it being difficult to the point where it's inaccessible for some to play? Cut that last part off and you have an amazing question. The harsher the desert, the more satisfying the oasis. The power of Firelink.
That is true. I haven't felt satisfaction from a game like I do in Elden Ring. I can't fucking remember. Dying Light, I would say. Maybe before Dying Light, but Dying Light was the closest.
Shrine's tone and ambiance comes from the relief you feel by being there.
I mean, he fucking nailed it. I like this guy. I am glad I clicked that subscribe button. He thinks like me.
The relief you feel is caused by the brutal, harsh conditions you feel outside of it. This is the place where most sane people go to get away from all that shit. I am safe here. Nothing can hurt me unless I attack this guy, which I always do. If dying of thirst, being attacked by bandits, or freezing to death are not constant risks in the desert, then I ask you, what makes an oasis special? Timur.
That's true. That's an excellent analogy. And that's what I like when you play. I brought up Far Cry. Still a good example in my mind. I've played enough of them to know. You know, it's just, oh yeah, I'm going through this open world. Now, Far Cry 2, you may argue, was different because it had like some kind of RPG-esque and like survival things. But the other Far Cry games, I actually like Far Cry 3 the most. But still, God damn it, it's still a good point. You're always safe. Oh, I got to climb a tower, and yeah, that's a little bit of it. You're always safe, though. Like, yeah, a bear may try to come lick your asshole, but you could get rid of it. Just put a couple shotgun shells in it. You're generally pretty good. So it's just like, I know I'm fine. I'm just going to go in a car, and I could fast travel too, sure, but nothing's going to happen. You don't know that in Elden Ring. Like, even some of the early low-level guards, if you're playing sloppy, could fuck your shit up. And I like that. That's a joy. And if it's not a joy for you, that's fine. And I respect that. It wasn't a joy for me for many years. I saw the potential of me falling in love with the series, but I never was like, this is too hard. Now I got kids. Forget about it. I don't know why I sounded like I'm part of the mafia. Yo, forget about it. But... And Fable, that's okay. You tried it, you didn't like it. My opinion is not more valid than yours. But now, because I enjoy it, I could see why there's an audience that loves it. And if the game design would be hindered if they made an easier mode, I could see why they don't want it. And again, accessibility is not challenge. Two totally different things.
Your question...
Billy Mays here, and I just snorted a bump of coke off a hooker's titty.
Only solidifies why Dark Souls difficulty is perfect the way it is. Excusing the bullshit, of course. But this is why the bonfires became such an iconic piece of imagery.
Maybe we will. I don't know about tonight, but yeah, we will.
They represent hope. Are you saying the heartbreaking story of Artorias and Sif is only meaningful because you smashed up some tree monsters in a way that others can't? Why do you need to defeat hard enemies and bosses to experience that same emotional gut punch of understanding the story?
Because it's a challenge that you overcome. And if the mash buttons thing, every game you're mashing buttons, then you're mashing buttons playing fucking... and swinging your arms or playing Wii Sports. When does Switch Sports come out? I want it. Like now. Like I just love video games. Give me some birds and anus and...
I fell down a fucking hit hole!
How did the hole come in there? I didn't press that.
Okay, let's be real. If you can't beat the tree monsters, you're not going to be able to beat Sif. Timur, I know you're trying to make a point with these dumb rhetorical questions, but I'm going to give you some real answers you probably weren't expecting. Artorias is a tragic character because you fight him in his weaker form. The dude is using a great sword with one hand. You know how much strength you need to do that? He's been corrupted by the darkness. So when you hear characters talk about how Artorias was this legendary knight, you think, holy shit. What was he like at full power? You're meant to ask, if this absolute unit fell to the darkness of the abyss, what fucking chance do I have? It raises the stakes and makes the abyss something truly terrifying.
And intimidating, and it makes it fascinating to go there. It may even tickle you, too.
The story of Artorias isn't meaningful because they're just tough bosses. That's just what makes it more significant. Get a grip.
Yeah, Billy Mays. Okay. I'm never going to be able to say your name with a straight face. That's why I love it. That's the thing. And if you can't fuck with something, you go in a different direction. You know what? Like, I played it again. I'm doing a different character on my Steam Deck. I'm so happy I could say that now, and it works. The guy, look, he was a scalper, but he was the nicest scalper in the world, so we have to give him an anus.
Try to relax your anus.
But, and then you learn the game and you go into it with a different mindset because you're more comfortable with the controls and you know how to combat better, you know, and then the experience gets more fun, and then you could try a different character and try to build it different, then get lost because I can't drive out of my driveway without a GPS because I'm a fucking idiot. I think most of you have noticed right now I have no sense of direction. I'm not bad at games. I think you've noticed that too. I'm not, you know, fucking god tier by any means. I'm mediocre, but I'm saying, like, I'm competent, but I have no sense of direction.
Every single From Software game in easy mode for all I care. If they want to do it, let them make it so anyone and everyone can play them. Those that argue otherwise are not real fans of those games or From Soft. Just gatekeepers.
Yeah, they are kind of saying the same thing that she said, Jim Stephanie Sterling.
What's that? You say you have well thought out and valid opinions on this matter? Well, I don't care. I'm not gonna listen to them. You're not a real fan, since you think differently than I do. You know, I wanted to take a more respectful tone in responding to Tamura's tweets, but who's the one gatekeeping here? What makes you the adjudicator on who's a real fan or not? No one will force you to...
That is true.
Make it easier for yourself. I'm gonna repeat this part of your tweet for emphasis. No.
I had, you know what though, Ada? I had a giant guide though for the Elden Ring. God, I really sound like I had a giant guide for that Elden Ring gaming game. The audience helped me quite a bit. There's a lot of shit. I mean, I would have still played it and did it and got through it, but it would have taken a hell of a lot longer, and I would have probably been confused and lost a lot more. So I have to thank a lot of people here for getting me into the series. It helped me even more to get into it. And all the YouTubers who make the videos, I got to thank those. I thank everybody. Yes! That's the lock-on system. The thing is, they have a lock-on system that when the first game that really nailed that lock-on system, unsurprisingly, because Nintendo has a bunch of brilliant game designers, is at least the one that I remember that did it best initially and really brought that lock-on system. And it was Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. Took me a minute there. And I'm like, but there was only a few enemies on the screen, probably more so due to hardware limitations, but it worked because it's still a similar system. But when you have 60 fucking guards because they blew the trumpet and they alarmed everybody, it doesn't work well. It doesn't work well. And that's why I see a lot of the hardcore Souls players don't use targeting at all. I get it, because it's more of a hindrance in those situations.
Nobody will force you to make it easier for yourself.
Exactly, Harry, exactly.
Only you can beat Dark Souls. From Software is not going to make it easier for you. Nobody can force you to get good. You are the master of your destiny.
Go Money 20 Gomez, I love your name. Thank you for the super chat. But DBZ, you fucking nailed it, dude.
It is not our abilities that show what we truly are.
They have to find a way to evolve that lock-on system for a game that literally could have 30 guards, a dragon, and a horse sentinel trying to fist you at once. It's just not. It's kind of long in the tooth now.
It is our choices.
You act like we all didn't get our cheeks clapped by the Capra Demon, or the Bed of Chaos was a walk in the park. It wasn't. I don't mean to pick on Tamur. I got nothing against the guy personally. It's just I see these same points echoed in the voices of others, and it breeds a buttload of toxicity. If you want to have a conversation about difficulty and accessibility in From Software's games, why are you closing the doors on other people's opinions? By doing that, you are only embracing ignorance. You can go on with your life telling everyone how you beat the hard boss, and everyone will continue to not care. Meanwhile, a whole bunch of...
But it's not about other people. Think I'm going on a fucking dating app going, I'm getting far in Elden Ring. And I'm single, ladies. I'm not doing it for anybody else. I mean, I live stream it, so there's that, but I'm enjoying it. You know what I'm saying?
Others will finally be able to
stop making it like everyone. Yeah, there is that super toxic Reddit, 4chan, circle jerk weirdos. But that's a small portion. Most people are just enjoying the world and playing it. And yeah, the challenge is great.
To experience what they, From Software, offer in their totality.
Yes, but actually no.
That is simply not true. You would experience a butchered, neutered version of the game. A version From Software not only doesn't want...
Yeah, imagine those bosses on like having to make them where there's also an easy mode. It wouldn't work. At least I don't think it would.
...to make, but doesn't want you to play. A Souls game without the difficulty might as well be a racing game without the racing.
I agree.
But there's also a lot of people who genuinely wonder.
I will play plenty of Bloodborne when they finally make it so in some way, whether it's a remaster or whatever, it runs at 60 FPS. I put that on my PS5. I felt like I was playing a slideshow. And I know it runs at a 30, but the frame pacing fucks me up. Piff Me Productions, your ex-girlfriend just passed. I'm very sorry to hear about that. Doesn't matter if they're an ex or not. It's still a person that you were close to. And that's awful. And I'm sorry you're going through that. That's never easy. Beautiful Angel Blossom, thank you very much.
Why does it matter? How does it affect you, Act Man? Don't worry.
Ask, and I will answer.
Should the Souls games have an easy mode or accessibility features? The short answer is no. Because it already has one. And hey, that's coming from the guys who did the Demon's Souls remake. But before I elaborate, welcome to my TED Talk on what it means for a game to be accessible. Because the more people that can play and enjoy something, the better it is, right?
Were it so easy.
There are a metric assload of video games in the world. Different.
That is the most true and simple saying, but poignant saying I've ever heard. I'm tickled. I'm tickled. Oh my God, he said I'm tickled. That was great. Oh man. I would love if Jim Sterling made a video on him. Probably smart that they don't, though. But it would be quite enjoyable to watch. Kelby Jokey, thank you very much.
Genres, separate styles, they vary in length and challenge. The diversity in this industry is infinite. But you can't always please everyone. Some companies like Activision want their products to appeal to as many people as possible, while others are satisfied making games for a smaller niche audience. Both are completely fine. It all depends on what the developer's goals are. If you already have a fan base, it can be tough to experiment. Halo 4 copied many things from Call of Duty thinking it would capture some of that audience. But it didn't. They just went back to Call of Duty. That comes with the territory of any business. Who are you marketing to? Would you be surprised?
Yeah, it's so complex. He's making a very valid point.
If I told you that fans of Star Wars are much more likely to buy a Star Wars video game than people who aren't fans?
I don't believe it!
Even if you have the most specific needs, I guarantee there's something out there for everyone. Just
I want to play a game blindfolded with just my ass cheeks. Find me that game.
like IGN says.
It is a little something for everyone.
My point is, if you don't like seeing Nazis in a World War II video game, don't fucking buy a World War II video game. Go play something else.
You didn't ask for this. You didn't choose this.
Games should be accessible in the sense that you shouldn't have to spend 70 hours in Battlefront 2 before you can play as Darth Vader. A game should literally be playable at the time you buy it. But Star Wars games don't have to be accessible to people that aren't fans of Star Wars. Do you get what I'm saying?
I don't have a clue what you're talking about, Phil. Not a fucking clue.
Demon's Souls, Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3, Bloodborne, Sekiro Shadows Die Twice, and Elden
Can't wait to try that.
Ring. None of these titles have ever needed or would be better off with an easy mode. And the reason why is that goes against...
Calby, I think I thanked
It's the
you.
very foundation of this franchise. Its identity, the community, and the game's mechanics. In easy mode betrays the very tone and atmosphere that From Software is aiming to establish. One of oppressive circumstances and a weak character battling against the odds. That's where the satisfaction and joy comes from, conquering those challenges. Which is why the designers often put you up against a tough boss at the beginning. Death and failure are part of the gameplay, but they're also intrinsic to the story. It's literally in the title of Sekiro. How about we head back to where it all began? Demon's Souls. Oh boy, this kicked everyone's ass their first time playing. And me too, I was sitting there like, how the hell do I beat...
Shuhei Yoshida, yes, the guy who called me so stupid, or not actually be so stupid. But someone asked him about my video, and they said so stupid. He tried Demon Souls, and he's like, this game is terrible. Because he's like, who the hell would want to play this? Apparently a lot of people. Oops.
The Flame Lurker. Where the shit do I get materials to upgrade my gear? What is World Tendency? Why is half my health bar missing? What the fuck? But you know what I did when I had trouble? When I couldn't figure out what to do or where to go? I sought help.
Wait, that's illegal.
Stop it. Get some help.
Yes, from the internet and the game. I started paying attention to the bloodstains. How did other players die in this area? How can I avoid that? I read messages on the ground warning me of hidden enemies or pointing me to secret items.
Success!
Try fist. Try
Tongue. But my dad liked Ghouls and Ghosts on the SNES. That was, oh god. It's so fucking hard. That's a great game too.
Tongue, but whole. And eventually I mastered and beat Demon Souls, and 10 years later I did it again. Let me make it clear.
That might be my next.
There's absolutely nothing wrong with asking people tips or looking up a guide.
Oh fuck yeah, dude. I wouldn't be if it wasn't for the internet, if it wasn't for people helping in the live streams, if it wasn't for YouTube videos. Oh my god, I would probably still get into it, like I said before, but it'd be tougher. Fun fact: you can't overlevel in Sekiro. Oh, well, hey, I'll get punished, and that's okay.
I think you should only do that when absolutely necessary. Like, after dying to the Dragon God for the 7th time, it's like, okay, fuck it. Just tell me how to beat this asshole. Souls games are built around community interaction. The difficulty encourages discussion.
Yeah, I want to play Bloodborne. I can't fuck with it, though, until it has a solid frame rate mode. The frame, like I was saying before, the frame pacing is so... I was seeing it there. Maybe that was just the footage he used, but it looked like how it plays.
And engagement. Oh, how did you beat Ornstein and Smo? What weapons did you use? Where did you find those? Really, the best armor in the game is in Anne Orlando, huh? Oh, and I can also summon Solaire for this fight? I should try that. I'll admit these titles can be way harder if you don't have an internet connection, but even so, the developers leave messages and you can summon NPCs without it. What people like Tamura are asking for is a menu option that they click at the start and instantly make the rest of the game easier. This franchise that's based entirely on trial and error difficulty as an homage to old school games, this series that emphasizes difficulty and boss fights above...
Yeah, that is, am I right? Is that, Bloodborne right there? Well, they have the frame pacing issue in at least console versions of the other games too.
Of everything else? Well, I don't want to figure shit out. I don't want to make the game easier for myself. I want you to do that for me. Now, not everyone who believes Dark Souls should have an easy mode thinks like that, but I reckon some people are coming at this from an entitled point of view. If you desire an easy mode, then why are you playing these games at all?
You came for Demon Souls. That is why you came, is it not? To this accursed Boletaria.
What, they think that you shouldn't look up guides? Is that what you're saying, DBZ? Well, fuck them. You think I'm an asshole for looking up guides. First off, you're right, I am an asshole. And secondly, I don't care. I'm an old man who got into a game and I'm loving it, that I am way in over my head. I am out of my league, so I need every ounce of help that I can get. And no, I don't want, like, you know, a God mode. I want to get through it with my own hands, but I'm saying, yeah, I'm going to need help. It's a big fucking game. That's hard. How would you react if the big bird showed up to your house with flowers? The big bird? You mean the one from the game? With like the blades on his I'm thinking Elden Ring right now.
Difficulty.
The do it for me mode. And I love how they make fun of it in Wolfenstein. It's pretty funny.
Settings are
They've always done that back in the day.
perfect for most franchises, but that's the whole point of the Souls series. There's one bar, one set experience that everyone
God, man, graphics have come a long way since the PlayStation 3 days.
plays through.
Not that this was the best looking PlayStation 3 game, the original Demon Souls, but
Same enemies, same locations, same health, damage, everything. And you know the old phrase, get good? While mostly used in a trolley sense, it actually has some truth here. Learn the mechanics of the game. Understand how you can make your life easier. No matter my previous experience with From Software titles, every time a new one drops, I think I'm hot shit and I get my ass kicked like everybody else. It's about effort. People want to be rewarded for doing as little as possible. That's not how Dark Souls works. The satisfaction comes from the difficulty.
And there's sometimes I still want an easy game. So I go to a different one. Yes, no, dude. They want that ESPN game for the Wii U. Or whatever. Which one was it? There was one where I forgot what it was now, but it literally like played itself for you. It was doing exactly what some of these people anyway. Not all of them want an easy mode. But I'm like, this is for a person who will never play another game besides this, and they basically never play games and watch the TV show. It was that Wipeout game. Like, oh, I love watching that game with my husband. Let's just buy this for the Wii U. I'm just going to the Seth Galifianakis voice again, and we could just be swimming through the water. It swims for me, so I don't have to move any joysticks or anything, because fuck moving things.
Blue Point Games themselves posted 180 different help videos for Demon Souls. If you're struggling, then do something about it.
Oh, magic conch shell, what do we need?
Yeah, the cheats in easy mode, I guess you could say, are the guides and people helping me when I live stream. There it is. I mean, not that people don't have that, but I'm saying, like, the easy mode is go up. There is a billion there are people probably who are millionaires from doing guides and shit on these fucking games. Literally. Trust me, you could get through it. I don't know who Tom Likas is, so I'm not going to take it as a insult. Due to the soundboard. By the way, can you get a spread your cheeks followed by a fart? Sure. Oh, did I know?
Spread your cheeks and just go to town.
That's another one I want to get into. I've played it, like, I actually got pretty far at it one time, like back in 2005. I got really far. I never beat it, though.
Need to do to
Beat the Nameless King.
Nothing.
The shell has spoken!
Nothing. We can't just sit here and do nothing.
Otherwise, you're gonna go hollow.
Don't you dare go hollow.
There's already an easy difficulty. It's called a sorcery build. You can cheese everything from afar. Try it. Dark Souls has countless difficulty modifiers built into it. Some I've just described, like summoning phantoms. You can grind souls to level your character, upgrade your equipment, kindle bonfires for more Estus and healing.
He's right about all this. I know enough of this from...
Use some of those consumable items. Experiment with different...
God, that's such a good-looking game. I need to play that.
Builds. God forbid you get stuck somewhere and try going to a different area. The games let you do that, you know? You know, stuff like running to the new Londo ruins right away to grab a Firekeeper soul to permanently boost how good your Estus and healing is. That's a tip to help new players get better. All the information you need to beat and master these games is out there. And it's because they're so fair that that's entirely possible, that doing...
God, those thick chunky PS3 textures, man. Times have changed.
Putting the effort and research will drastically improve your success. And some people have gone like the story and art style route, like people should be able to appreciate that even if they can't beat the game. It's like, bro, you gotta...
So go watch a fucking movie. Want to see art style like this? Go watch Interview with a Vampire. Great movie, by the way.
Spend time to learn what the story's about, too. You think that shit's accessible, my boy?
No, bro, I was watching lore videos. I'm still fascinated by them on the Souls games from, I will never be able to say his name, and it just made me more confused.
Boy, Vati must have put in thousands of hours just to...
What? How does he say his name? I want to... He has more armpit hair than me. I know he knows what he's talking about. Let's do that again.
My boy Vati must have put in...
Vati. I can't... It still can't
thousands
say it.
of hours just to get people to understand it. And if you're not willing to put forth the effort to beat a boss, why should you be rewarded with the bits of story that come along with it? But okay, how would an easy mode work? Let's think about this, because now we have to completely change every aspect of the game, which poses new challenges for the developers. So, you know how Call of Duty used to have a playlist called Boot Camp where only people like level 10 and under could play in it? Well, they ended up scrapping that in later games because too many people would go in on Smurf accounts and just completely ruin the experience. What's stopping people from twinking, smurfing, and invading players in easy mode? Just get rid of the PvP, and then there's no problem. Really?
Oh, that's a really good point. I didn't even think of that.
Really? You want to toss out the entire multiplayer component. You see how the easy mode is just cutting out content from the game itself? Like, what the fuck is the point of Solaire now? Now we have to change the story and Solaire's role in it in the easy mode. I would say here's a white soapstone, go join up in jolly cooperation, but you picked easy mode, and you're a little bitch. Okay, you say, well, let's keep the jolly cooperation, but prevent hostile invaders. Alright, well, now you've just separated the player base to appease a group of people who can't be fucked to learn the game's mechanics in the first place. So you might as well just play in offline mode if that's the case. Oh hey, you mind telling me how covenants are gonna work now? Because those are relying on PvP. You talk about how much you want to experience the story, but now we're cutting chunks of that out too. So now we're in a situation where you either cut out the PvP entirely, or you keep it and you let people in the easy mode get absolutely destroyed. It's apparent to anyone who's actually played these games that if you sit down and try to think through the logistics of an easy mode,
I'm technically playing offline too, no shame.
In 5 minutes you should realize what an absolute disaster it would be. But people asking for it haven't done that. Why are you so confident? You don't know what you're talking about. You see, the excuse that this doesn't affect you if you don't choose to use it.
I mean, I didn't go on podiums like these people, at least to the same degree, but yeah, I was one of those I was in the douche category.
It doesn't hold up under scrutiny, because no matter what, you have to separate the player base. And let's say you have an easy mode. What happens when a player's like, damn, turns out this is too easy? You gonna give people the option to change difficulties mid-playthrough? I don't think so. Guess that guy's gotta restart.
That's a very good point too.
So let's say FromSoft wants to go back and reprogram Dark Souls with an easy mode. Those two archers in Anne Orlando, what?
Happy birthday, Trey X Cooper.
What do we do with them?
Yeah, it stops being eventful after 21.
Lower the knockback on the arrows? Probably get rid of them entirely. How do you make the bed of chaos easier? Go back and program it not to attack as much?
Didn't they do that with the Castlevania game where they gave you an easy mode where you stopped jumping back if you got hit? Or was that another Castlevania-like game? I can't remember, but yeah.
Maybe keep the tiles from falling? Alright, what about these wheelie bastards? Well, you can't just lower their damage, you gotta make them stun less. What about items and locations that aren't easy to find? You want new players to find these things too, right? We gonna put down a sign in Firelink that says, hey, go sit in the nest for 15 seconds? I could give you 20 minutes worth of examples. Asking for an easy mode is basically asking From Software to make two separate games, because changing numbers doesn't change the mechanics. There's just far too many problems that arise, and that's
Did he? Wait, hold on. He shaved? Man, it's amazing. I gotta be careful. It's amazing how you notice these things. Look at the beard.
Hey, go sit in the nest for 15 seconds. I could give you 20 minutes.
There is a beard.
It's worth of examples. Asking for an easy mode is basically asking From Software to make two separate games, because changing numbers doesn't change the mechanics. There's just far too many.
Did he shave the armpit hair? Oh, a super chat has come in. Souls is the one thing I don't mind spoilers for because hearing about the future stuff is an essential part of preparation. Hit holes, yes. And I'm kind of that guy that I like, if you tell me, like, if it's a really good movie, I don't care if you spoil it for me. I'm still going to enjoy the movie. I'm weird.
I fell down a fucking hole.
Try to relax your anus. Your shoulders.
Rami, happy birthday to you too. I see you.
Problems that arise. And that's besides the fact that Dark Souls would not have the popularity, the fan base, or the reputation it does if it came with an easy mode.
It's true. It would just be like another action RPG. The challenge is part of the enjoyment that makes it stand out and the sense of accomplishment you get. I don't care about, I'm a 40-year-old man with kids. I don't give a shit. I'm like, hey, yeah, I'm just the most Chad Elden Ring player. No, first off, I'm not. Secondly, who gives a shit? It's just enjoyable.
Imagine a world where comparing Dark Souls to everything is something that people don't do. But the most important part of all of this, if From Software added an easy mode, it would rob the player of the experience they are intended to have. It would trivialize the game, the sense of accomplishment, the challenges. But don't take my word for it. Hear it from Miyazaki himself. We don't want to...
Yep, he did. I knew he said it. We don't want to include a difficulty selection because we want to bring everyone to the same level of discussion and the same level of enjoyment. And he's right. So we want everyone to first face that challenge and to overcome it in some way that suits them as a player. And if you're like me, you just go in like a blind asshole and start swinging and praying, and it works. Lord Malthus, how are you?
Include a difficulty selection because we want to bring everyone to the same level of discussion and the same level of enjoyment. So we want
always remember, if I can get into a Souls game, just like I said this afternoon, you can. I am not sponsored by From Software. I've bought a bunch of their games until now, which I'm obsessed with Elden Ring. I've played maybe a few hours total. If I could do it, and the birds can do it, so can you.
Try to relax your anus.
Everyone to first face that challenge and to overcome it in some way that suits them as a player. We want everyone to feel that sense of accomplishment. We feel if there's different difficulties, that's going to segment and fragment the user base. People will have different experiences based on different difficulty level. By not shilling to a larger audience, From Software shows that they are committed to their
I can't wait. I'm going to play that solely on the Steam Deck.
Core fans. What I'm trying to get across is video games, and indeed all media, should not have to sacrifice their identity just so more people can feel like, oh, I can enjoy this thing. And some people are going to label me as a toxic gatekeeper, but okay. I think Dead Space should have a less scary option.
This is pretty good, and I'm a big Dead Space fan. They fucked with the atmosphere of that game. I would anger shit like DSP.
Cucumbers, 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 cucumbers.
Where the necromorphs are...
I will, without a doubt, 210% play Bloodborne when they either have a 60 FPS mode so they get rid of the frame pacing issue. I can't fucking stand it. I don't care about 30 FPS. I'm trying Elden Ring at 30 FPS on the Steam Deck. I'm okay with that, but if you have frame pacing, it makes me shit. Why am I talking so much about shit tonight? Do I have a shit fetish this evening? I think I do. It's kind of weird. Got to talk to someone about that.
are more cartoony and they talk like SpongeBob.
Hi, how are you?
Yeah, I played this and beat the original Dead Space at 30 FPS. I'm okay with 30 if it's a good frame pace 30 FPS. If the frame pace is jank, I can't fuck with it. I can't.
I think we should discard the whole rating system. It's too discriminatory. Every game should be rated E for everyone so that we have the most accessibility. And then everyone can enjoy this scary horror game that's no longer scary and doesn't provide the intended experience.
Oh my god, it's so good. It's so true. No wonder why this guy has 1 million+ subs.
If something feels inaccessible to you, then perhaps you should reflect on your own taste and ask, is this really for me? When I played Civilization 5, I went to the tutorial, the Part 1 tutorial. After spending 20 minutes in it, I still had no idea what I was doing. I didn't get it. That's okay, this game's not for me, I don't hate it. But I think this topic of...
That's true. And I know real-time strategy games are hugely popular, and just because they're not for me doesn't mean they're bad games, and they should make a mode for me. A mode for me is just press a button and the civilization is made because I'm a fucking idiot.
Making the difficulty easier is actually distracting from the real conversation of making games more accessible. Let's not roadblock people with a paywall or demand they grind exorbitant amounts of time. Developers and companies should spend more time focusing on making the game literally playable for people with...
Like that stuff that Microsoft is doing, that's accessibility, and I think that's fantastic. To give people that, like, maybe who don't have limbs, or whether they were born unfortunately without them, or had, God forbid, an accident or illness or whatever, that they can play games now with this new technology. That's accessibility, and that's amazing. You crying because you can't beat the Horse Sentinel, just go cry.
disabilities. Again, you don't have to take my word for it. Hear it from Donovan Cryptdaddy. The debate on difficulty options for disabled people every time a new popular game is about to come out is distracting from corporations that should be focusing on figuring out different / cheaper accessible controllers so they can play like everyone else, no matter the settings. Accessibility should be attained through remappable keys. The original Dark Souls port wasn't accessible to PC players because they kept the fucking Xbox 360 button inputs.
Okay, we're gonna have a lot of trouble. We can press every button.
That was such a bad port. Oh my god. Didn't it only run at like 720p or something like that?
Okay, fucking not that button. Okay, what press the button?
It was cute. You know, things like offering subtitles in different languages.
Yeah, that when people don't know anybody knows how to press the fucking buttons, that's a lack of accessibility, I would say.
Clear tutorials, a colorblind mode, that sort of thing. At the end of the day, I mostly agree that video games should offer a variety of difficulty options and challenges. However, unless you want to make the game more challenging, this is specifically not the case with Souls games. And really, it is up to the developers. If they want to have one set difficulty, one set experience, that's totally fine. But From Software's titles have challenge and difficulty as the cornerstone of their identity. Asking them to throw that away is simply discouraging you from becoming a better player.
That's true. Totally agree with that. Well, what do you mean? Like, does he have a physical disability or like...
So, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Leave a like if you did. But what do you think? Agree or disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. And subscribe to The Act Man for more awesome content. Alright everyone, that's all I got for today. This is The Act Man signing out. Peace!
I like this guy and I'm glad I found him, but I can't unsee Screech and I can't unsee his armpit hair. That is impressive. You could get lost in there and need a search team to find you. I'll be right back. I got to piss, and I'm going to play some Elden Ring, so I'm sure 60% of you are going to leave. Fuck birds. I want to, speaking of buffing things, that doesn't sound right, but speaking of, I want to max out that fucking dual-sided weapon I got. Oh man, look at the plummet, because Dad's gonna play a game. I get it though. I understand. Different audiences, man. This is my beautiful birds controller. Are you on? Yes, you are on. Yeah, I'm going to my family's on Easter, so it should be a good time. Should be. I love when things just work. Like Todd Howard. I love when things... no handshaking issues. I got to get a SD card for my Steam Deck. I enjoy when things just work. But yeah, back to that video that people were talking about before with, is this quit? Good. Yeah, I'm smart and I always quit my games now. I always did, but I like quit out of the game. So I noticed even if you leave the game, like you go to system and quit in Elden Ring, it's not 100%. Like you got to shut that game the fuck down. Go out of it, go to the card, and quit it. Let's go buff my weapon more. That sounds like I'm talking about masturbating. What is this thing? Copper path. We got to go figure out what that thing is after I'm finished. Do not ever apologize from Clouds, bro, but do not ever apologize, Tyler Eaton, for me. I am here to stream for you. You do me a favor by being here. Wait, no, wait. I think I said that right. Did I say that right? You owe me nothing, is what I mean. I'm here to entertain you guys. Whether you consider it entertainment or not is subjective, but... Anyway, why am I doing this? Why am I even going to this? I feel like it. Oh, I love this thing. I could buff it even more, too. Let's go. Let's do some buffing. Do I need to get more runes, though? Or do I have enough? I don't know. Yes, you can get a fart scream. Yes, you can. Whoa! Alright, so let's see. Let's see if I can figure out where the smithing guy is in the first try. I can't. Pro Elden Ring player here, ladies and gentlemen. Watch out for me. What are you buying?
Well, I took
He kind of sounds like him.
No matter, lay out your arms then.
Oh, I gotta go buy more shit. Okay, that's cool. I gotta go buy it from those ladies. Dr. Lambina, thank you very much, sir. What just happened? That was weird. You guys see that blank out, or was it just a... There's so much handshaking going on here, man. That's the problem. To get this streaming with multiple devices hooked up is not... I'm not just plugging into a capture card and calling it a day. Alright, where's shit, man? There's shit, man. Not going to him. I want to buy stuff from you. I think I want to buy this one. Buy them. I'll make sure I have both. I don't care. I can make up these runes anytime. Let's go back. Lay out your arms, then. And try to relax. Imagine you said try to relax your anus. I mean, they say finger butthole. I know that they're not actually... I mean, it's what it... What does finger butthole mean? Not actually fingering a butthole. What does, like, the finger butthole... Lay out your arms.
Back already. No matter. Lay out your arms.
I will. Oh. I need more. I know. I understand it now. I'm stupid. Stupid, 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 stupid. Even a basic upgrade in the Souls game makes you think, which is okay. I like thinking. No, I don't. That's a lie. It's an absolute fucking lie, and you know it. So I need 3 more of these, I believe. Your phone... that was weird before that I had the blank out here. What kind of phone do you have and how old is it? Just out of curiosity. You would think after doing this the 70th time that I would know where I was going. But alas, here I am, not knowing where I'm going.
I'm back already. No matter.
Yes. Oh, I need runes? Oh, I need runes now. I need runes. Do I have any? Please tell me I have some. Nope. No runes. Not a rune. Not a single fucking rune. Of course not. All right, let's go do some... Let's do some farming. Let's do some farming. I feel like farming. I wonder if that's really him. I should probably check the messages. Did you beat Magma, the lava dragon? I think. Oh, weather's beautiful in New York right now. I'll have to check later if it's actually him. Let me change my weapon now because I want to kill these guys as quick as possible. You'll see, this is an easy little farming route. You'll see why. Unless I spaz out here. Gotta use a little caution. God, I love the audio. The sound design in here. Boom. Whack 'em. 1,600 runes. Let's get another 1,600. Is it really actually him hitting me up on Xbox Live? Get the fuck out of here. I'll check it out. Over here. Do this to this guy. Whack him. Boom. Another 1,600 runes. Go around here. Watch out for the explodey dudes. I probably shouldn't have went that close. Surprised it didn't trigger him. I've triggered him from further. Whack him. Boom. 3,600 runes and like, I think there might be a 4th one somewhere, but fuck it. We'll do it one more time. Go back. Site of Grace. Rest. Try not to wake them up. And sometimes, like even like most of the time though, this is 100%, but that makes no sense. How could something be 100% but not all the time? But even if you auto aim, sometimes it doesn't hit, and then they spin around real quick, and then you got. They're not bad though if your weapon's leveled up enough. And you have a jellyfish shield. Like, that's still the funniest fucking shield on the planet, even though it's very effective. Hey, actually, let me try something. Why did I never think of this until now? You get... Those guys explode, too, so you get some free runes from them killing themselves. Ah! Oh, oh, what an idiot! Oh, I just saved myself a headache. Oh, that's great. Shower me with jellyfish jizz. And here we go. Hassan, how are you? Ooh. I like this. Alright, now let's go back to the... actually, wait. Let me go back here first in case those exploding dudes explode on me. Because they will. That has happened to me before. They follow you and you think they're not behind you, and then they take half your health. Right, so now we go back here. So yeah, it's a fairly easy way to... That's not where we go. Leave us here. Yes.
Well, I took you for no matter it's all to say out your arms.
You saw me 5 minutes ago, dude. Stop. What do I need? What the fuck? What am I missing? What do I need? Wait, no, I'm an idiot. Oh my god. Godskin peeler. So I need... Which smithing stone do I... Someone gotta tell me because I'm stupid. What fucking smithing stone do I need that I'm missing out on when I get there? Because I'm dense. I speak highly of myself, don't I? Alright, that's worst turd fetish, man. Oh, so they don't have the smithing stone that I need. Fuck. Okay, so where the fuck do I find that? Where's the next ball bearing? Okay, let's look. I think I may have it here. Okay, so... The smithing miner's bell. To acquire them, you must defeat the Lurnia of the Lakes. I think I did that. Which ones do they give me? Alright. Yeah, they have smithing stone too. I did that, so I need smithing to unlock smithing stones 3. This item is located in the chest in Lurnia of the Lakes sealed tunnel. Sealed tunnel, so I have to Lurnia of the Lakes sealed tunnel. Alright, so where the fuck is the sealed tunnel? Does anyone have any idea where that is? Did I say ball bearing again? Did I really say ball? Bell bearing, Jesus Christ. I know there's... Yeah, I don't know. I keep on saying ball bearing. Trying to see if I could see something here. It looks like a red hole, I know. So this one is but I don't. It says it's sealed though, so maybe it doesn't. The item is located in the chest within Lurnia of the Lakes sealed tunnel. Let's look for a red hole. just go explore some holes. I think I'm gonna have to. Trying to see. I will see it clearly when I try to relax my anus. Let's see. I'm looking to see. I know what it looks like now. It kind of looks like a pimple. No. Wait, what's that? I was just there, wasn't I? Go north. Go to the northeast of the map. The smithing stone bearing is in the castle palace. This stone bearing is in castle palace. I have no idea where Castle Palace is. Is this in the... You talk about where the Lornia is? See the lake close to it? These two lakes here you're talking about? This lake here you're talking about? Lernia Royal Palace. Why does that ring a bell? This lake here. Khalid. This one where I have the marker on right now. Do you see the little highlighted hole by a lake by the entry? Highlighted hole by a lake by the entry. That's a tree. I'm gonna look for a fucking tree. That's a tree. Go back. I was up over here, right? Here. The big glowing tree. Well, I know that's there. Oh, literally the fucking main tree of the game? Or this one? Well, that's the main fucking tree. That's the, here it is. I see it. Right here? That hole. That's a lake. That's a lake. That's a hole. We're going. Fuck it. Here we go. Thank you. Jesus Christ. This place is a fucking nightmare. Alright, so where is my hole? Fuck. Is this right where the... Oh, man. Oh, this is gonna be a good time. I do not know if my anus will be relaxed. Oh no, why did I get off my horse? Go on your horse. That was stupid. I bet you I was supposed to be down lower, and now I'm going to have to go back. Yep. Or, yes, that is exactly what I'm going to have to do, I think. Let me just check over here. And not literally fall down a hole like I did that other fucking time. Love the music here. The atmosphere here is crazy. I'm just looking at my trajectory. Okay, I think I see it. Alright, let's go back. Just the man riding his horse in the rain. Come on, my little pony, let's go. Oh, what the fuck are you? Love this place. So dreadful. I mean that too. No, that sounds like a. We are going to explore holes. Juan, I think I answered you before. I do apologize if I did not. Me and my jellyfish sealed. What the fuck is that? You could tell that's going to be something really awful. Oh! Almost got me with the hole again. They almost got me with a blind cliff. I know this is something that's going to destroy my asshole. That's right there. That's okay. Let's just pretend it doesn't exist for now, and still it starts trying to kill me. All right. Here we go. And these enemies here do know. Why am I resting? I don't need to rest. Didn't even take a hit. Let me get the summon pool going. Let's where the fuck am I going? Ah, here we go. A hole. I always there, else you can walk a little quicker. Come on, dude. What was that? Oh, wait. Shout out to Jeff for making me realize I could do that. Oh, I thought I saw a... Oh, wait, I went through... Yep. I walked out of the cave. Good for me. God bless. Yeah, the lamp is awesome. Good job, Rich. Good job. So that is not the hole I want to go down. Am I missing something? Is there like an invisible wall or some shit? I hear the motherfuckers. You have to hit the wall. Is it where this thing is right here? Has to be. That's not working. Ah, here we go. See, I do have some problem-solving skills. Oh, no. This is going to be an adventure in butt-fucking. And my ass is going to take the pounding. Oh, shit. Hi. Is that all I need? Wait, is that all I fucking need? Oh, we're gonna keep going though anyway. Why am I... Don't be a cheap ass. Congratulations, you got it, but just keep going, Rich. Be a man with an ass. You. I'm gonna kill you. Smithing stone, baby! Why did I sound like Austin Powers? What the fuck? How do you not hear me? Die. And relax your anus. Do I go up here? Yes. That is where I go. How do I get up there? Where is the fucking ladder? Ah, I don't need a ladder. Need to break through a bunch of shit. Oh, that's where I was. What the fuck? Jesus Christ, man. Yeah, what are the crab eggs for? That's a good call by Beal. Is there another illusionary wall that I'm fucking missing? That's what I thought. That's what I thought. This kind of looks like it. Nope. Now they all look like fake fucking walls to me. Maybe over here. Is that why they're behind the chest? Well, there you go. Thank you. I hit this before, I thought. Did I not? No, I didn't. You're right. Thank you. Could have swore I hit that before, but I didn't. Oh, I could just get on here. Why am I going to hit the lever? I'm happy, though, I got the ball bearing. Or the ball... holy fuck. Okay. Another fake wall, I'm assuming? Yep. Let's see what's over here first. No, it's not. I want prizes. I want my fucking prize. So I should jump down right. Oh, there's an enemy. Blood loss, blood loss, blood loss. Well, what the fuck else did I expect? Well, this is going great. That's a thing that just happened. I didn't even have a chance there. That was just like... This is why I want to fucking buff up that faster. What? Oh man, I'm all the way back here. Okay. Might as well get the ruins, whatever. Here, come on. I like how they do that. I thought I would have killed you with that, but I guess not. Nice, Irk. Good for you. Yeah, my taxes are done. I just have to file them on Monday, because that's when they're due. But they're, like, done. I just have to file. Poison stone. Alright. So where the fuck am I going now? I have no idea. Oh, you're an enemy. I didn't even see you. See, the problem is now I'm gonna have to go down there and get the runes. There's no way they're gonna have the runes for me away from that fucking fiasco. So this may be a fucking lost cause, but whatever. I'll try. Once again, I know that farming spot. I can make these up real quick, like literally in minutes. Let's try to go for... you're gonna die. Or, you know. Let's try that again and not shoot. Can you get to me? Can you get to me? You're gonna try. You're gonna do something else, aren't you? You're still gonna make this hell for me. Fuck you for doing that. Where are you at? I want to murder you, man. But I want to get what's on that dude first. Before you murder me. Alright, we're going to change back to my other weapon. Matter of fact, I'm going to go to this weapon now. Nope. What is that? I think he's still trying to get to me. I wonder if I can drop down behind him. Why do I still have this open? Go away. Can I... Oh, that is good for them. Ooh, and I'm not even double-handing this thing. Where are you at? Can you aim at the fucking guy? Thanks. Look at that. That is delicious. Here. But now. Fuck my runes. Oh, I gotta... Oh, really? Which way is the right way for that ladder? It's right there. Okay. So... let me see if I can get this... No, I can't. Because if I try to take out the crossbow again, it's not going to work. Because it's going to shoot into the fucking... Alright, here we go. Get this. Get this. And up. Go like your ass cheeks depended on it. Because it literally does. Okay. I don't even know what level that thing is fucking at either. So let's get back there again. Or do I want to go... I don't know. Ooh, what's that? It's that glowing fucking thing. How powerful is that thing? Get the iron thing to attack the rock. Let's just go through here for now. Was this where I was? I don't think so. Doesn't that put me in the same position if I fall down there? Yeah, that piece of shit. I'm gonna have to fight this fucking thing, ain't I? How strong are you? See, that's the thing I gotta weigh out. How fucking strong. Let me switch to a powerful weapon for now. Where the fuck is it? The old trusty. Just don't let it grab you. At least you know it'll probably eat you. Well, that's great. Can I summon anything? Nope. Fuck me. Okay. I'm just thinking how I'm gonna... Alright, you wanna fight? Let's fight. Come on! Hit it! Oh my god! Oh, that was a bad time to do that. Oh no! The fuck did you come from? Nope! Nope! Lock onto it, dude. Nah, come on! I'm gonna summon. Maybe. I can't. I don't even have time to get a summon. I don't have time. I don't have fucking time! Fuck it. Just kill me. All I got is a stupid fucking jellyfish. Oh shit. Go, 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 go. Fuck. Fucking thank God. God damn it. There better be a fucking sight of grace around here. What the fuck is this thing? Smithing stone, hey! Now I have no idea where I'm going. Ooh, I want that to somber smithing stone, isn't it? Yes, it is. Yes, I do need sacred tears. I am gonna climb up the fucking ladder. What's wrong with you? Go ahead. I want a weapon. Yeah, I know I need to manage my stamina better, but I want a weapon that also doesn't... I also need to increase my stamina, my endurance, too. It's rather low for a beefy fucking build like I'm doing here. Am I going the right way? I don't even have a fucking clue. No, I've been here. Right? I don't know. Was I there? I don't remember. Either way, I'm gonna pull the lever. Do I even need to? Yeah, I really don't want to die and lose these. Just give me a fucking... Give me a fart. I am really, really... Yeah, I killed these motherfuckers. But there's something up on that. How do I get up there? Yeah, I've been here, man. But there's something there, but I don't even know how the fuck to get it. Yeah, that's back out. So let's go down. I need crystal tears too, I know that. I saw a stone up there. Just I killed all these fuckers and I haven't rested anywhere, so... Do I go maybe? I think I go this way over here. Yeah. I am so delicate right now. Oh, man. Gee golly, that was worth it. All right. See, this is where I was before. Do I drop down here? I bet you I do. I drop down there to death. Oh my god! Fuck you. Sight of fucking grace. know they're gonna fucking trick. There's no way I'm getting out of this easy. Old Fang. Come on! I knew it! I fucking knew it! I don't know if I'm going back down there again. And what was I gonna do? I don't know if... Oh, thank fuck. Alright, now it's not as big of a deal. It's kind of a fucking trap, though. I'm sure there's a way you could roll out of it, but whatever. Can I get my... Yeah, I'm not gonna be... What is that down? I'm gonna look and see what that is down here. Is there... Here. Yeah, that there wasn't even seeing the... You didn't even... Yeah, you're right. Oh, look, a smithing stone. You didn't even see any, explosion around me. It still just fucking nailed me, man. Yeah, conveniently, it doesn't affect them, though, right? Fuck you. Let's see what happens if I hit one. It doesn't explode the one next to it. Ooh, I'll take all of it. Give me it all. Yes, I will take those back. That is satisfying when you launch that many. Another invisible wall? Probably. I want to find a... I gotta piss. And I don't want to piss until I find a fucking... I'm gonna piss. I'm gonna take the risk and piss. Imagine how pissed off I'd be. It came back, and I was dead. Okay. You know, where do I go? That is the way I came. Then you go down here. No, I already tried that wall. Noticing a pattern of... Yeah, here we go. Hey! From software motherfuckers. What is the... Oh, that doesn't look foreboding at all. Let's walk on the poisonous green branch. It's not like I have almost 30,000 runes to lose. What the fuck is there? That's probably a nice juicy stone. And you're gonna lure me to try to go get it. You know what? I'm gonna be careful this time. And Relax my anus. Yep, good stone. But now I can't get back up to that potentially good item. No. Maybe. Why are you gonna troll me? No, I'm not. No. I don't know if... Fuck. Why you gotta do this to me, man? Why you gotta make this so stressful? Is that where I go? Possibly. Maybe. I'm gonna fall and see what happens. I am gonna fall, and I'm gonna see what happens. I don't really want to, but I'm going to. Should I jump? Should I not jump? Jumping was the right choice. Jumping was the right fucking choice. Okay. Jumping was a good decision. But going down here expecting not having to fight anybody is a bad decision. So... this won't kill me from the height, that I do know. Well, thank God I didn't have to shit. This would be like a nice site for a site of grace, but apparently not. That would just be another day at the office for me, Phoenix. That's just what Bill Gates does. Are we ready for a... Yep, boss! It's time for a boss! Oh, they are... I should have. Alright. Ah, damn. No. Site of grace. Anywhere? What's down here before I go back up? I don't want to go back up yet. I want to explore holes. Yes, I did. I got his motherfucking sword, man. I will rest at this site of grace. Now, am I not allowed in here yet? Is that why it gave the teleport? Bet you it is. We'll find out. I'll rest. Replenish my shit. Yeah, it's tightly blocked shut. Okay, that's fine. Teleport me back. Then I'm gonna go probably max out. Yes. Yeah, I see you, Khalid. Okay. So now, I need?
Well, I took you for dead. No matter, it's lay out your arms then.
I need to buy the smithing stones. Alright, so let me go offer the ladies that shit. Now, what smithing stone do I need? That's what I'm not sure of. What's the smithing stone do I need? Four? Alright, let's, go buy smithing stone 4. I know I didn't need 4, but it was the 4th one. You are the shit eater. Where the fuck are you taking me to, man? There's another door here.
Back already, no matter.
Finally. I need a smithing stone 5 now. That thing's pretty beastly for now, though. I think it's actually more powerful now than, let's go fuck around with it. Oh, I suck at Street... Well, I used to not suck at Street Fighter as a kid. I used to not. So let's go fuck around with this thing for a little bit. I want to see how... I'll get more... I'll look up more of the, bells. Let's go... I don't know. Let's go someplace fucking crazy. Yeah, let's go... Let's go here. I want to see how it compares to... It's not that. What is it different by? Let me see. Not that much. Not that much. And it's quicker, too. That's the thing. So I'm just fucking around. I have no idea where I'm going now. Probably should get on my horse. Oh yeah. Those took a couple hits before. What is Mimic? What the hell? The summoning of Mr. Horse. Ooh, a church. I haven't been here before, dude. This is what I'm saying. That's what's so badass about this game, man. I gotta learn cookbooks. I'm gonna look up a tutorial later. But you could just go. You could just go somewhere and just find new shit. Golden Order Seal. What the fuck does that do? It just looks important. What's behind it? Anything, or am I just... Oh, hello. Ha ha ha! That's what I wanted. This is my kind of fucking weapon, man. I am, dude. I'm gonna like sit down. I mean, I have my kids all weekend because Easter weekend, but I get them in the morning. But like I'm gonna like study what to do with cookbooks and all that shit. Let's go to other places here. I'm glad I went there. This weapon, and it's not even fully upgraded. It's not even fully upgraded, and it's... And watch this shit. I don't care, well, no, just in case I need it. I want this. God, that looks so ominous. I love the way that looks, though. I love that art design, man. The horse sentinels are up there, too. The thing is, those keep re-emerging, don't they? They're not even considered a boss. Huh. Okay. Good info, Brett. I gotta look into all this shit and understand it more. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Oh. I have holy grease now for my holes. Yes, you can have a mod. You've been here for a while. Lump of flesh. I'm sure there's something you could concoct with that, but... See, if I didn't have so many runes, I would fuck with the, I would see how this was with the horse sentinels now. I do have upgraded wolves, too. When you kill the horse sentinels, do they always come back? Oh shit, it's getting late. Fuck. Alright, I'm gonna save here. So I gotta be up relatively early. They don't come back. Not now. Not now. Alright. You have to kill that. I knew you had to kill. That's the boss. Alright. So, I don't know about tomorrow, but we'll play more this upcoming week. So, Nipple Piercings is my character's name. Have a good night, guys, and I'll see you tomorrow with more content as I burp uncontrollably. Have a good night.